It may look like a serene day in the desert, but the calendar reads March, which can only mean one thing. Cue the madness with tournaments around the corner and a championship on the line. This is as big as it gets with the two top WAC teams in the house. Tonight and tomorrow night at GCU Arena, the Lopes will go head-to-head with the Wolverines, fighting for sole possession of the regular season WAC title. Kate Longworth, welcome you here to the Lopes pregame show, driven by Nissan. We're coming at you live here on Fox 10 Extra. And I'll tell you what, we are ending our season here with the Lopes basketball team in grand fashion. Two critical games for the Lopes with a top seed for the tournament on the line. And this is how it looks. The Lopes in charge of their own destiny with wins over Utah Valley this weekend. They will take sole possession of the WAC. Right now, though, both teams are on top of the conference with 8 wins each. Both teams also have a bye heading to Vegas, but they are battling it out for that top seed. Meanwhile, California Baptist and New Mexico State in 3rd and 4th place, respectively, with 5 wins each. We'll be keeping an eye on those games in case we're in a tiebreaker situation. But for now, we are here to set the stage for tonight's matchup, along with tomorrow, the top 2 teams here. Really, we couldn't script it any better. So on that note, I bring in the supporting cast, the guys who will carry the show tonight. You know, the sideshow, because really all eyes will be on the court, guys. Barry Butel, Scott Williams. We've made it to the end of this COVID crazy era, and really this doesn't get any bigger than what we have at us tonight.
Yeah, who'd have thought it, right? Down to the final 2 games to decide the Western Athletic Conference champion. And the talk going into this one is you look at both teams and, man, the numbers kind of square up. But the biggest conversation is about the 2 bigs. Let's begin with Ashbourne Midgard.
Yeah, this is going to be a big weekend for sure. Midgard, I mean, fantastic. Number 1 in the nation in field goal shooting, 74.5%. Nobody else even shooting 70% in the nation. The guy does it with power around the basket. I love this good right shoulder turn to a left shoulder turn to a right hand hook, and I love the footwork underneath with the power finish. That's how you get high percentage shots.
AMAC for Utah Valley, 14.8 points. Look at the rebounding. Leads the nation, 15.4. Leading the nation at close to 75%. In field goal percentage is Ashbourne Midgard. For Dawes AMAC, 6'11". Center for the Utah Valley Wolverines.
A double-double machine. Guy's got 14 of them on the season, does it in a variety of different ways, but he loves the offensive glass. Number 2 in the nation on getting offensive rebounds and putbacks, blocking shots, does that at a high percentage as well. Does a good job using his footwork as well as Midgard does around the basket. He's going to be a force to be working with. His 15 points a game, Barry, is something that hasn't been done since Larry Smith, Mr. Mean, did it back in the 79-80 season for Alcorn State.
10 double-doubles for Midgard, 14 for that man, AMAC, and the Wolverines. Maybe one intangible. It is senior night. How about the other senior for the Lopes, Alessandro Laver?
Woo! I love Laver. I'm sad to see him go. There's a way he has developed over the course of his 4 years. It's just been phenomenal. His inside game, shooting the ball from the outside, the mid-range game, the pick-and-pop game from the three-point range. Just been a great leader for this Lopes basketball team this season.
Double-digit scoring in the last 8 games for Alessandro Laver, the 3rd overall top scorer in program history from Bolzano, Italy. He'll be honored tonight on senior night. Well, the matchup, there is aplenty as the bigs go toe-to-toe. The guard play will be crucial as well for the Lopes against the Wolverines.
Got to take care of the basketball. This Wolverines team really loves to push the tempo. They're in the top 10 in the country in assists. They like to get out and go.
The matter of these next 2 games, a split of this means co-champions. There you see it. They clinch at least a share of the WAC regular season title for the first time in school history. If GCU ends up losing, they can clinch a share of the WAC regular season title with a win tomorrow.
Barry, we've been waiting 8 years for this weekend to win the Western Athletic Conference. As Al Davis used to say, just win, baby.
Just win, baby, and roll into the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas to battle the West the rest of a very, very tough Western Athletic Conference with New Mexico State making some noise as well late. Look out for the Aggies. We'll send it back downstairs to you, Kate.
All right, thank you very much, guys. And Scott, I like the nod to my former gig, my Oakland days, the Just Win baby. That is certainly what the Lopes will be trying to do on the court tonight and tomorrow and heading into March tournament play, no doubt. And while we're on the Raiders, you know, they kind of have that black hole, that crazy crowd situation going on. Remind you of anything? How about the Havocs? They are in the house here at GCU Arena. One of the loudest and proudest cheering sections in all of Division I college basketball. And when we come back, we are going to get the inside scoop. Right now, the president is hard at work on his phone trying to find answers to the questions I'll have right after this break. We'll be right back.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment-style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU's vibrant community and expansive campus is ranked top 20 for best college campuses in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer.
Welcome back to the Lopes pregame show driven by Nissan, where we have the top two teams in the WAC here battling out, hoping for sole possession of the WAC regular season. That will give either the Lopes or the Wolverines the top seed when they head to Vegas next week for the WAC tournament. The madness, it is upon us here inside GCU Arena. It is also neon night out there. No need to adjust the TV screens. What you're seeing is what we are giving you. Kate Longworth, welcome you back here. And I'm joined now by Havocs president Josh Gillespie. And Josh, thank you so much for being here with us. We have so much fun each and every game, going out there, watching, of course, Lopes basketball, but the student section also in action. The cheering section here really has gotten a lot of notoriety throughout the nation. What was the draw for you to become a Havoc?
Yeah, so my freshman year, I was just really looking for something to get involved in. And for me, I love sports. And so the Havocs was just a natural spot for me to come and join in on the party. And it really has been a great experience from day one. I was able to meet some of my best friends through coming to games. And it's just been an awesome experience to come and find that community here through going to sports and cheering on the Lopes.
And you are a sports fan, and we see that. You guys, this cheering section, you guys know the game, whether you're at a basketball game, a soccer match, whatever it may be. But you know the game, and it looks like you guys take a pride on having an impact on the game, playing that role of the 6th man or the 12th man, wherever it be. What does that mean to you that you guys can have an effect on what's playing out on the court?
Yeah, I think that's really an important part of what we do as Havocs. I think it makes us feel like we are a part of the game and that we're a part of the team. So it's not just that GCU's men's or women's teams win, but that we're also winning too. And so getting to be a part of the game, we feel like we're a part of the action, and it's really a fun experience for us as well.
And you're a junior here at GCU, majoring in finance and economics, so I know that you put the time in the classroom, but you also put the time in before you come to a basketball game. You guys prep for these games. Yes. What goes into that, coming up with the theme and how you guys are able to go out there and accurately represent the Lopes?
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and our main goal is to just represent GCU the best we can and get as many students as we can involved. And so for things like tonight, we've got our neon night, and so we just try to come up with creative new things to keep the energy high in the arena and keep it fun.
And for folks at home that don't know, they also study a lot the opponent. They know what the opponent is majoring in, what some of their weaknesses may be, so they can go out there, kind of help the Lopes expose some of those. But also, you guys have gone out this year and prioritized safety, much like everyone else in the world as we battle COVID times. So what has it been like this year specifically even though it's a reduced crowd out here, to still have the Havocs in the house? What do you guys go through to be able to be game ready still?
Yeah, this summer was a lot of work and a lot of preparation, and it's just been awesome to have the support that we have from President Mueller and all of the executive staff on how we could still have the Havocs be here and be safe. And so with all of the protocols we have, with the mask up in the arena, the social distancing of the students, and the temperature checks as they come in to make sure that we are as safe as we can be while still having a lot of fun here at the games.
And you guys still do make an impact. You have a lot of rehearsed routines out there. Is there something that you love specifically that you guys do in the game that you kind of engage the crowd in?
I think my favorite is just the pregame, whenever the lights go out in the arena and you start to see some of the fog go up and we've got really loud music. I think that's my favorite part, is just that insane energy right before the tip-off of the game.
Well, as luck would have it, we will be showing that, of course, here on Fox 10 Extra tonight, so you'll get a chance to see that. But Josh, for you guys this year, we've been talking to a lot of teams, too, here on campus. This year, more than ever, it seems like that chemistry between the different clubs, the different athletic teams, the teams coming together during the pandemic. Have you noticed that the Havocs have been able to have even maybe a greater impact or support for each other? People aren't traveling home as much, and you guys are going through a lot of protocols to be able to come out to these games. What's it been like for you in that aspect?
Yeah, that's a great point. I think it really has been a time for all of us to really grow closer together in our relationships. We have as spirit programs, the Havocs work with the cheerleaders, the dancers, the pep band, and Thunder to all make sure that we're on the same page. And it's been a great relationship that we've been able to build even stronger this year. And then between us and the teams, Coach Miller and Coach Drew have been awesome to have as a part of the program here at GCU. They bought in immediately and have brought a ton of energy and enthusiasm. So it's been a great experience all around for this year.
That is something I've heard from day one from Coach Drew and his coaching staff, that they were just so excited to see the Havocs in action, supporting them and not on the other side. Josh, thank you so much for being here with us. We appreciate it. Have fun out there, and we'll be bringing you action from the Havocs. It is a different crowd tonight as they are social distancing in there. If you see them in there, they're already potted up with their crew they've been with all year. But they're still going to have fun tonight, and they're also going to reflect on some key players for the Lopes who've had a great impact on this program. When we come back, it is senior night, and we are going to celebrate some key players as they line up in the Lopes uniform for the final time this regular season here at GCU Arena this weekend.
How does a chicken sandwich become a Whataburger spicy chicken sandwich? Is it by slathering it in a fiery sauce or adding some crazy hot toppings? Nah. If the chicken in a chicken sandwich wants to be spicy, it has to come from the inside. By marinating it in spices, frying it up, then cooling it off with fresh veggies, all on a new brioche bun. Good thing flavor can come from within. Good thing there's the new limited-time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
As a kid, I always dreamed of being a Division I athlete. GCU supported that dream, and they also allowed me to get an education. So when I came to GCU, I was able to transfer enough credits in to fast-track my education. So I graduated in 3 years with a master's, and I did it debt-free because I had athletic and academic scholarships. I'm Mackenzie, and I earned my MBA from Grand Canyon University.
There's a thunder in all of us. Come find your purpose at Grand Canyon University.
Welcome back to the Lopes pregame show, driven by Nissan, coming at you live here from GCU Arena on Fox 10 Extra. We've got the two teams in the WAC with the 8 wins, but only one team will be that top-seeded team heading to Las Vegas for the WAC Championship tournament. And, of course, the winner of the tournament will punch its ticket to the big dance, which is why that top seed up for grabs tonight between Utah Valley and Grand Canyon is a big one. The winners of these 2 games will see their future in good hands, they hope, as they head to Vegas. It is also the night the Lopes will be honoring their upperclassmen, senior night at GCU. Always such a special day for these players and team managers, their families, and fans alike. So we want to give you the sneak peek at what's going on behind the scenes here at GCU Arena. So we turn things over to the public address announcer, Paul Denuser.
Fans, at this time, we would like to recognize and honor our seniors and all of their accomplishments. First off, Senior Manager Ethan Cisneros. Ethan has dedicated countless hours to the men's basketball program through his 4 years as a team manager, which have included everything from assisting with practices to helping with video services and scouting. Ethan is majoring in sports management with a minor in psychology. In attendance with Ethan tonight is his fiancée Emily and friends Christy and Kyle. Ethan Cisneros. Next, we have Asbjorn Midtgaard. Ash joined the Lopes this year after transferring from Wichita State and immediately became one of the WAC's top players. He leads the nation in shooting percentage at 74.5% and is averaging a double-double this season with 14.6 points and 10.5 rebounds. Ash is one of only 2 GCU players to average double-digit rebounds in the last 40 years, and is also a 3-time WAC Player of the Week. In attendance with Ash tonight is his fiancée Madison and her mom Sherry Friend. Once again, Asbjorn Midtgaard. Next we have Mikey Dixon. Mikey has packed a punch into his 1.5 seasons on the floor at GCU after transferring from St. John's. He has started 33 games with the Lopes and accumulated 365 points. Mikey is averaging double figures in WAC play this season and leads GCU with an 83% mark from the free throw line in conference action. Once again, Mikey Dixon. Our next senior is Oscar Freyer. The high flyer has been a part of the Lopes program since the 2016-17 season and has started more than 100 games as a Lope. Oscar has racked up nearly 1,000 career points to rank in the program's top 5 at the D1 level. A premier athlete and top defender, Oscar has helped lead GCU to 78 victories during his playing career. Once again, Oscar Freyer. And our last senior is Alessandro Lever. Ollie will go down in GCU men's basketball history as one of the best to ever do it. He arrived at GCU in 2017-18 and immediately impressed by winning the WAC Freshman of the Year honor. 4 years later, he has scored 1,571 points in his illustrious career to rank 3rd in GCU's all-time history and 2nd at the Division I level. In attendance with Ollie tonight is his girlfriend Taylor Kubley, her dad Eric, her mom Susan, and her brother Carl. Once again, Alessandro Lever. Let's hear it for all of our seniors. Once again, Ethan Cisneros, Asbjorn Midtgaard.
A night these seniors
Mikey
will
Dixon.
always remember, thanks to the magic of television. We get to be a part of it, and hopefully on nights like this, as I've heard from our esteemed colleague, Scott Williams, these are the nights, if you are a senior, you want to go out there, give it all, lay it out on the court, and these next 2 games are really setting the stage for these players to do just that. A lot on the line. So we wish the seniors the best of luck in their weekend action. And we are going to continue the fun and festivities here on the Lopes pregame show. We will be right back after this quick break to talk with Coach Drew to get tonight's game plan.
Once you've been to hell and back, there's not much left to fear. When the boogeyman goes to sleep at night, he checks under his bed for me. Have you ever wondered who Waldo's hiding from? Me. Not even the Cougars of LA are enough to scare me. But if I get into an accident, I'm calling the boss. Sweet James. If you've been hurt, don't back down. Call Sweet James.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
The spotlight tonight is on GCU Arena as the top two teams in the WAC battle it out for the top seed in the WAC tournament, which is next week, as GCU and Utah Valley go head-to-head. Barry Boutel caught up earlier today with Coach Drew to get tonight's game plan.
Thanks, Kate. And Coach, it gets down to these last two games. What a wacky season it has been. And now you're approaching two games against a Wolverines team that's coming in. And no doubt it's going to be a battle the next two nights. How do you see it?
Well, we're excited. You know, this is why you practice during the fall, during the summer, to have a chance to compete for a championship, and really proud of our guys to have an opportunity, you know, to play for a conference title this weekend.
A lot of talk this week has been about the battle of the bigs, and let's talk a little bit about our own big, and Ashbourne Midgard. He's certainly been Mr. Consistency throughout the course of this season.
You know, a lot of really good matchups in this game, but, you know, obviously it starts with the two bigs. Asbjorn has been fantastic on both ends of the court, and, you know, I think he's excited, as I'm sure their bigs are excited to have someone their own size to play against tonight. And so, you know, AMAC for Utah Valley leads the nation in rebounding, does a great job getting position. So it's definitely going to be a battle of the boards and a battle in the paint.
Yeah, and then Ashbourne, of course, among the nation's leaders in field goal percentage. So we'll see which one of the two comes out on top. One of the maybe intangibles would be the other big, the senior, Alessandro Laver, who has put up some consistent numbers as well.
You know, Ali's had a great career. He's been fantastic for us all year. You know, when he shoots the ball well and he scores, you know, it really elevates our offense to a different level. You know, he'll have a big challenge tonight with Evan Cole, you know, Georgia Tech transfer, 6'10", very athletic. So, you know, again, this is the first time in conference season that, you know, that both teams are going to have bigs that are going to be looking eye to eye at each other when the game starts.
Another thing to take a look at is the guard play. Let's talk about the Lopes guard play, the likes of Blackshear, Dixon, and McMillan, who has contributed in his freshman season as well. What do you expect from those three here tonight and tomorrow night?
They played really well second game at Seattle, and we need them to move the ball on offense, to really space, and to be able to knock down shots. You know, Javon, again, does a really good job at scoring, but also distributing, getting other guys involved. And again, we're going to need their outside shooting this weekend. We'll see a variety of defenses. We'll see some zones. So our guards are going to have some shots. Going to have to be able to make them.
It was pretty remarkable. In the loss, they were 3 of 24 and only collected 7 points. In the win, 13 of 31, and they had 39 points. I would think that guard play, especially their guards as well, who seem to be able to throw in buckets beyond the arc as well, and have put up some double-digit scoring as well, that's going to be a key.
No question. They have some very good wings, some excellent shooters. Their leading scorers, their three-man, who's a tremendous athlete, gets to the rim, very good on pull-ups. And so really good matchups across the board. You know, hopefully, you know, we're ready to play and ready to be at our best tonight, because we'll have to be at our best to be able to have a chance to win this game.
One final quick thought on the seniors here tonight being honored. Obviously, a number of them have contributed this year.
Mm-hmm. You know, senior night's always, you know, a mixed bag of emotions. You know, it's happiness. You're happy that they're getting here to their career, getting their degree to move on, but then also the sadness, you know, to think that, you know, you might not have them on this floor playing again. So, you know, hopefully we can have a nice celebration and then get down to business, get down to the game quickly.
All right, good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
Head Coach Bryce Drew. Kate, we'll send it back over to you.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, earlier today we talked to the Havocs president, and he said this moment right now that sets the stage for the big game is his favorite part. You can see why. It's the purple pre-game party. And it is a party, that's for sure. The final two games here for the Lopes. And they mean a lot. The two teams here tonight battling out for the top seed in the WAC tournament, which will take place next week in Vegas. And this crowd's already ready for Vegas, right? It's a neon night here. We'll keep the party going right after this quick break. Don't go anywhere, or maybe do. Go grab a hot pink shirt and then be right back here.
At Tire Pros, we know your time is valuable.
And spending time with family and friends is what really matters.
Our customers are the core of our business.
That's why we make buying tires and auto service hassle-free.
Our certified technicians will keep your car running smoothly.
So you can spend your time the way that you want.
Find a convenient location near you at TirePros.com.
Hassle-free guaranteed.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
I'm Montana Lehman, joined with Oscar Freyer from men's basketball. We're going to see who he's going to expose. This is most likely. Most likely to lock their own keys in their car.
Me, without question.
You?
Yes.
I can see it. Most likely to forget where they parked in the parking garage.
Ooh, Bryce Opo.
Bryce?
Bryce, he's forgetful. That's just who he is as a person.
Most likely to eat their own pregame meal and then be like, you finished with that, to everyone else's.
Ash.
Ash?
He's massive. Like he doesn't stop eating.
Big appetite.
Exactly.
Most likely to marry a celebrity.
Me.
You?
Most definitely.
Who?
Megan Good.
Megan Good.
I think she's married though. I don't know.
Wait a minute.
This is not for television.
The cameras, cut the camera. Most likely to watch a rom-com just for fun.
Ooh, I'm also gonna get that to Rashad Smith.
Rashad.
Every time I go to his room, he's on the TV. Like he loves TV shows.
He's just watching like The Notebook and
exactly.
stuff like that.
Put that in there.
Great to get to know our seniors on this special night. Oscar being highlighted there. And it is a special night for the seniors tonight. They are being celebrated tonight and, of course, all weekend long as they play their final home games, regular season home games in their Lopes uniform. We'll see what they can do the next two nights because a lot is on the line for the Lopes as they go after a share or if not sole possession of that WAC title, the regular season, for the first time ever in school history. We'll see how it all plays out, but it also depends on what's going on throughout the conference with the WAC. So we'll have our eyes on a couple other games, but really tonight, this is what matters. Utah Valley in a battle of the bigs. Their big, AMAC, was named the player of the week after averaging an NCAA best 15.4 rebounds this season. And obviously, why we're talking about all this, the WAC tournament. It starts next week. And who will have the top seed? Well, literally, time will tell. The winner of the next two games will have that top seed. We'll have the game for you right after this.
When the going got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turned to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
When I think back on graduation day, it's such a special moment. Walking across the stage, hearing your name called. I think I would really regret not walking. I think being able to finish out a long college experience with an awesome moment like graduation is really special.
If I hadn't decided to walk that day, I think I'd regret not having that sense of closure and accomplishment for that huge chapter in my life.
My name's Noah and I graduated in 2015.
My name is Lauren and I graduated in 2016.
Herff Jones, by your side.
Live from the heart and soul of Phoenix, we welcome you to the campus of Grand Canyon University, where Commonwealth Insurance presents tonight's Western Athletic Conference Showdown between the Lopes and the Wolverines, with the title on the line. What's at stake? Well, the title is on the line for the Lopes and the Wolverines, alongside three-time NBA champion Scott Williams. I'm Barry Butel. Kate Longworth will be along in just a moment. What's at stake? As I mentioned, a win tonight for the Lopes, clinch at least a share of the WAC regular season title for the first time in school history. If they lose, they can do it again tomorrow night. Well, Scott, it's for all the marbles, and the big matchup is the bigs. Let's begin with Ashbourne Midgard. He leads the nation in field goal percentage.
Ash has been absolutely fantastic, just dynamic around the basket, using a lot of power around the basketball to get it done, but also mixing in some really good, solid fundamentals and footwork. I love this one right here when they go big to big. I love the left shoulder turn to the strong right hand finish, and this is one of the best moves on the season. Good up and under, ducks underneath the defense, comes back over, and finishes with power. And Amac, what can you say about this kid? All he does is chew glass on the offensive board, second in the nation offensive board. He's averaging over 15.4 rebounds a game. First player to do that in a gazillion years. I love the little push shot, and this one right here, showing not to be outdone. This 245-pounder shows some good footwork underneath as well.
Fardaz Amac, 14.8 points per game, 50% from the field, and that rebounding margin Scott talked about, the best in the nation. Ashbourne Midgard, 10 double-doubles on the season, hitting close to 75% from the field. Will it be Amac against Midgard, Alessandro Lever, Oscar Freire? Will it be the guards tonight? We'll see who will be the hero as they battle it out for the top spot in the Western Athletic Conference. It's time to tip it off. Let's send it down to the public address announcer, Paul Denuser, with our opening prayer.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Electrolope Night here at the beautiful GCU Arena for tonight's Western Athletic Conference men's basketball matchup between the Wolverines of Utah Valley University and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you all please rise if you are able. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin this evening's competition with the word of prayer. Tonight's prayer is led by Nicolette Lococo, a sophomore majoring in music education with an emphasis in percussion and a member of the Thundering Herd Pep Band and captain of the drumline.
Bow your heads and pray with me. Dear God, we thank you so much for this day and for allowing all of us to be in this arena together. I pray for your hand of protection over all of the players and the officials tonight, as well as all of the Havocs and the Spirit teams in the arena. We thank you so much for this day. I ask that everything that is happening in the arena tonight is done for your glory and your glory alone. Until you return and you call us home, we love you, God. It's in your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Nicolette.
Utah Valley Wolverines come in 10-9, 8-3 in the WAC. Their head coach is Mark Madsen in his second season. Here is Coach Madsen's starting five, brought to you by Talking Stick Resort. Blaze Neild, Trey Woodbury, Jamison Overton, Evan Cole, and Fardaz Amac.
Yeah, we're going to keep our eye on Woodbury tonight. The 6'4", 200-pound junior guard from Las Vegas was WAC Player of the Week in February. He scored a career-high 27 points against Dixie State. Guy who likes to get it up and get it up often.
The assistant coaches Todd Phillips, Todd Okeson, and Jared Jackson for the Wolverines. Coming off a 73-64 win against UTRGV last Saturday. Let's introduce you to GCU. The Lopes coming in 14-5, 8-2 in the WAC. Here is Coach Drew's starting five, brought to you by Talking Stick Resort. Javon Blackshirt Jr., Mikey Dixon, Oscar Freyer, Alessandro Labor, and Asbjorn Midgard.
We're going to keep our eye on Mikey Dixon. This senior's been absolutely fantastic for the Lopes, fighting a punch coming over from St. John's University. And in Seattle, though, the backcourt was just 3 for 21, 3 for 24 in game number 1 for 7 points. They got to do better. They did. In the second game in Seattle, they stepped it up. They were 13 of 31 in game number 2 for 39 points. That's what they need out of their backcourt tonight. Mikey Dixon's going to be a big part of that on senior night.
Head coach Bryce Drew at the precipice in his first season, leading the WAC, or leading the Lopes to their first regular season title. The assistant coaches Jamal Walker, Ed Schilling, and Casey Shaw. Director of Player Development is Ryan Lightfoot. Director of Recruiting is AC Moikobu. Director of Video Operations is Peyton Prudhomme. Strength and Conditioning Coach is Jordan Jackson. And the Athletic Trainer is Jordy Hackett. Here are the keys to the game presented by Sanderson Ford.
Yeah, Clash of the Titans. I mean, we got some big bodies going at each other in this game tonight. Rebounding's going to be huge in this game. And watching the two big bodies in the WAC, biggest bodies in the WAC bang will be an absolute delight. But it's going to be the others that will determine who wins the big advantage within the Lopes up. The Lopes need to push up the tempo in this basketball game, but they must do it smartly. Absolutely must earn quality looks and limit costly turnovers. This Wolverines team, by the way, 4th in the nation in assisted 18 points a game, or 18 a game. They like to push it as well. And AARP, Barry, you know about that one. Excuse me. Yeah, they got to do it for the seniors tonight. Dive for the loose balls, take the charges, hit the offensive glass, win 60% of the 50-50 balls. Oh, and leave it all on the floor. Send these seniors off with a win on senior night tonight.
There you see the officials, Glenn Mayberry, Scott Brown, and Deldre Carr. Midgard against Evan Cole to tip things off. We are underway in Phoenix. The Lopes in possession. Freyer leaves it for Blackshirt.
Look at AMAC, 245 pounds of muscle.
Toe-to-toe in the heavyweight battle with Midgard. Freyer, high by Woodbury, kicks back out. Labor, Freyer, cuts baseline, up high, drops it in, take a seat.
Oh, the senior wasted no time getting in the scoring column. He caught it on that left wing and just took off like a rocket ship to the basket.
Overton, Woodbury, inside, AMAC. Top of the key, Midgard on him, leaves it for Woodbury, trying to turn the corner, back underneath, Aaron pass, turnover, Wolverines.
That'll make Coach Drew real happy. They can turn this Wolverines team over 8 or 10 times a half. He'd be real excited about that.
Quick ball movement off the hands of Midgard, out of bounds, turnover, Lopes.
They try to force it back inside. You can see what the game plan is for this Lopes basketball team. They want to establish a big presence in that painted area, whether it's drives or feeding the big down low.
Cole. Freyer got a hand on it. Blackshirt brings it up. Back over. Oh! Loose ball held in by Dixon. Pushed out. Freyer. Blackshirt from the corner. Off the mark.
Not sure what they called on that one. Mikey Dixon or Blackshirt?
Blackshirt.
Sure, he's the one that shot the ball. I'm not sure what happened if he called a personal foul or they called on that one. We're going to look at that one when the next did ball.
Inside. Cole, the transfer from Georgia Tech to AMAC. Off the mark.
Wolverines starting off a little bit nervous in this game. Couple turnovers and then that front rim shot by AMAC.
Both teams fired off after the opening tip. Labor moving in. Right hand. Doesn't go. Pulled down by AMAC.
Yeah. What does he do that well? We mentioned over 15 rebounds a game this guy gets. Something that hasn't been done in NCAA history in the last 41 years.
Amac, big time floater up over the top of Midgard to tie the game.
And showing some good footwork and ability to put the ball down on the floor. Amac goes down that left lane with a little floater over the taller. Not intended, he has to say that in the Western Athletic Conference with the taller defender.
Blackshear. Good hand and step back, looking for three. Ooh, in and out. Pulled down by Woodbury, but knocked out by Frayer.
Look at Amac one more time. He gets us this little bounce pass, shows the pump fake just to get Midgard up in the air enough to give him enough of an opportunity to get off his hip and get off the shot.
Look at him pick the pocket, back and forth it goes.
I'm surprised that wasn't over his back. Maybe because Blackshear got a hand on it, the officials let him play.
Overton stops, pops. Labor pulled down the rebound.
Labor's got to be good on the defensive glass tonight to help out Midgard because he's going against a guy in Amac that's second in the nation in offensive rebounds a game.
Labor. Dixon cuts in, top of the key, back over to Labor. Backing in, goes right-handed big.
He's gotten so good at that over his 4-year career here in Lopes Uni. Be able to go one direction and then bust it back the opposite direction, still be on balance and on point.
Woodbury drives, look to put it home, fouled.
How about the strength Woodbury showed at that finish, but the explosion on the drive. Look at Labor one more time. I love this one right here. Get the defense going that one way. You got Cole going way. You're banging with a little body. Give a little body right there, bouncing backwards. Now you get that spin move, which I never had. Be able to throw that little left shoulder turn, right hand hook, right past the defense.
Woodbury connects 81% coming into the game from the charity stripe. Transfer from UNLV. Midgard picks up the errant free throw. Careful, careful, careful. Hustle play. Blackshear kicks it off the window.
Well, we talked about sometimes things won't go right, but it's that battle, that hustle, winning those 50-50 balls. Lopes got to get more of those tonight.
Loose ball. Labor picks it up.
Wolverines team just not sharp right now on the offensive end.
He's from Midgard, twisting and turning, lost it. Overton drives, Kiss doesn't get the bounce.
Oh, they called offensive goaltending on that one, Barry. Someone got a hand on that with that ball still kind of creeping around on the cylinder. Mark Madsen can't believe it. Look at JJ. He's so good at getting to that basket. And then, yeah, who was that? I couldn't quite see the jersey number. There was just a flash in there. He kept that basketball with it still being on the rim.
Look at Neal. Frayer. Dixon. Labor. Quick ball movement. Frayer with a sweet move. Kick out. Labor for three.
They got Midgard underneath, battling Amac. Pushed a little bit too hard down low. Just one more time. Midgard nearly turns it over, but the hustle by Blackshear gets it back. He's always got his eyes up and finds his teammate.
It's time to get away. It's time to escape. It's a new day to play. Your retreat awaits at Talking Stick Resort. Indulge your appetite for excitement with our thrilling table games, our electrifying slots, our outstanding restaurants, and our exceptional accommodations. It's all waiting for you. It's a new day to play at Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
When the going got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turned to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
GCU basketball is brought to you in part by Sanderson Ford. The best play in a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. By Herff Jones, by your side. By Community Tire Pros, celebrating 30 years keeping vehicles safe. And by Talking Stick Resort, play in style. Barry Butel, Scott Williams, and let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
All right, well, bring on the madness. The Lopes were happy to It bid farewell to February and turned that calendar to March. After all, in February, due to scheduling issues and some battling of COVID illnesses, the Lobes had nearly 20 days without a game. And they were really struggling to find their rhythm. But Coach Drew said in the final minutes against Seattle University last Saturday, those final 30 minutes, he saw true Lobes basketball shine through. He said he saw energy, the fire back in his players' eyes, that emotion he wanted to see them play with, and it paid off on the court as they went on to score 61 points in the final 23 minutes of the game up on Saturday. And now Coach Drew hoping that momentum carries over through this weekend, and the Lobes have found their winning ways. Fingers crossed, guys.
Hopefully so, and what a stone there by Sean Miller-Moore.
Miller-Moore got beat on the little curl route, but never gave up on the play.
Sean Miller-Moore intending to come back next season.
So happy to hear that. He has been a real boost of energy off the bench for Coach Drew.
Otherwise, he would have been on the court for the senior night festivities. Stopping and popping. Gabe McLaughlin with the rebound. McMillan again. Not there. Look at here. Miller-Moore calming things down. Blackshear up over the top, swatted out of bounds. By Cole.
Both these teams are working real hard right now, but not much success at either end. Great defensive effort there by Miller-Moore to be denied. Swats that one away. GCU 3 for 9 right now, and Utah Valley just 1 of 5. Another turnover. Both these teams coughing it up too much too early.
Each with 3 turnovers. Quickly up to Cole. The Lobes with those 3 early steals, a season average 4.7. Inside Amac. Laver on him now. Misses.
Great defense without fouling. Did you see the low base that Laver got to try to battle the muscle and strength?
He's really
Amac
improved
underneath,
that, right?
Really lowered his center of gravity. Would not be backed down easily.
Driving. Blackshear. Off the window and in.
Oh, Blackshear. That looked like Steve Nash, the way he used to do it, old Suns uniform. Just skirting around some of the taller players until he found a little crease, snuck in there and got it up off glass.
Ball left it for Woodbury, stopping and popping quickly, and he hits it.
Woodbury, I was worried about this cat. He's so good off the dribble bounce with that basketball, being able to get himself back on balance and can a jump shot.
Averaging 15.1 points per game. He's lethal from the arc, 38%. McMillan back out. Laver for 3. Short. Amac sucking up the rebound.
Yeah, a couple of these shots have been front rim and missing layups. I think these teams are a little tight to start this game. That's what he does. That's what he does. Second best offensive rebounder in the country.
Turning, big right hand. That's off the mark. Rebound underneath is Overton putting it at home.
You can't give him 3 opportunities to score. You're just inviting him to get a field goal. Got to defensive rebound your own end.
1 point Lopes lead. Near side, up over the top. McLaughlin. Careful. Almost lost it. Blackshear kicked out. Laver. Far side. Sean Miller-Moore looking to drive baseline. Shut down by Woodbury. 7 on the shot clock. 4. Got to do something. Laver trying to make it work. Doesn't work on the reverse.
Yeah, I thought it may be a little too high a degree of difficulty on that one. Should have just went up with power on the same side of the rim.
Amac logging some minutes here. Cole and Woodbury. Overton, top of the key, off the mark. Whistle. Looked like they got Sean Miller-Moore.
Yeah, J.J. Overton, he's just a little bit freaky the way he comes off with those screens and he gets that ball back to the left side of his body. Fooling a lot of these GCU Lobes players right now that expect him to go up with that right hand. He goes up with that left hand to stroke that shot and he catches him on the elbow.
These guys do log minutes. 32 minutes per game. Woodbury, 30 minutes for Amac.
Yeah, see, coming off of that, you're expecting that right hand to be coming off of that opportunity to get the ball, but being that he's a left-handed player, you're going right in and out of his shooting arm. Makes it real easy for the officials to spot that contact.
Amac already with 5 rebounds in the game. Midgard comes back onto the court. Mikey Dixon. Loose ball, McMillan comes up with it.
Well, that's what you need. You need everybody on that glass, whether it be Blackshear, Miller, Moore, Dixon, McMillan. Everybody's got to eat glass tonight. What do they say? Rebounding wins championships.
You see that feed from Sean Miller. Moore and Midgard.
You tied him up. Good block underneath, and the arrow's going to the Wolverines. Good over-the-top pass. One of the few times all season long that Midgard had to bring that basketball down and gave the defense a chance to catch up and recover.
Good work by Fuller. Tim Fuller from Gilbert, Arizona. Transfer from Weber State. Quick turn, Neal, back out. Cole, near side. Overton, looking to drive around the corner, bounce pass. Shut down by McLaughlin, trying to work. Big right hand doesn't go. Picked up by the Lopes. Oh, look how pretty that was, Sean Miller Moore.
Coast to coast, Miller Moore doing his darn thing, coming off that plane tonight. Slicing through the paint. Put a little backward English on that one to spin that one off the glass.
All 10 of the Lopes points in the paint. Lear, Cole. Overton drives baseline.
Oh, that's got to be a charge.
Charge it is.
Good job by Miller Moore getting down there, sliding those Nikes, got down on that block, established position outside the restricted zone. But this is the one I like right here. Just eyes the defense with a burst of speed right down the lane into your living room.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
10-7, the Lopes over the Wolverines. The first of back-to-back games to close out Western Athletic Conference play. And this is what is at stake. If GCU wins, they clinch at least a share of the WAC regular season title for the first time in school history. If they happen to lose tonight, they can clinch a share of the WAC title with a win tomorrow. These two teams will receive an opening round bye in Las Vegas at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. As you see President Mueller and his wife taking it in here, as they do every game at GCU Arena.
Yeah, got them up in the box there. President and the First Lady checking this one out. They've been waiting a long time, like the rest of the Lopes Nation has, for this particular week in 8 years. Chance to claim the WAC title, a piece of it with a win tonight. Tell you what, these teams are working hard right now. He commented during that break that they're playing hard. They're maybe a little bit nerves in this game as the shooting hasn't been in a high percentage. But I look for them to settle down the second half of this first half now, and we'll see some quality basketball on both sides of the offensive end.
Who's going to get hot from beyond the arc? Wolverines haven't attempted. The Lopes are 0 for 5. On Miller Moore, kick back out. Up over the top to Midgard. Heavily guarded, back out. Dixon. Miller. McLaughlin leads for Sean Miller Moore. Creeps down the baseline, kicks back out. Oh, it's picked up, but stopped. Good hustle. McMillan back out. Dixon puts it on the floor.
No, he didn't get it off in time.
Tight D by the Wolverines.
Really good defense by the Wolverines. Doing a nice job fronting Midgard down on the block, but they're bringing somebody from the weak side to show a little bit more of a presence, so the ball handler is hesitant to pass that ball up over the top because Midgard can't see the extra defender behind him, but the offensive player can see that, and it's just deterring them to try to throw it into Midgard, and then they're scrambling around the perimeter, and the shot clock blew up on them. Great job by the Wolverines.
They get a little speed back on the court. Freyer and Blackshear return. McClanahan Back out on top, Lear. Near side, McClanahan. Looking to move, lost it. Blackshirt poked it away.
He is so good when he got athletic hands. Pokes that basketball away from behind time and time again. He probably gets one of those every other game.
Blackshirt looking for an opening, kicked out. Dixon, Frayer, far side. Oh, errant pass. Wolverine stoned.
Oh, mid-card being that.
My goodness.
Total roadblock in the center right now.
Fuller stopped. Cole hits it.
Oh, you say they stroke it from the outside. That time Cole had plenty of time. Really sagged off him. And he had plenty of time to line that basketball up, spin it, get the laces right on that thing, and drill. Knotted up 10-10.
1 for 1 now from the arc are the Wolverines. Cole at 38% shooter from that distance. Lopes 0 for 6 from three-point land.
Yeah, I can't remember a field goal the Lopes have had in a long time. They've really gotten cold in this game.
McClanahan with the reverse off the window.
Yeah, you don't see Blackshirt Jr. get beat off the dribble drive too often. I think he thought maybe he had his big buddy down there on that block, ready to block a shot, but they pulled Midgard away from the basket to have to play defense after Cole made that last outside J.
Lear called. As the Wolverines up by 2, as you mentioned, the scoring drought, 2:47 and counting. They're on a 5-0 run. As you look at Ashbourne Midgard's parents.
Yeah, his mom's got the form down on there on the Los up there. I like that.
Go.
They couldn't be here tonight, but they're here in spirit. I can guarantee you that.
Elsinger, Denmark, stopping and popping, doesn't go for Blackshirt. Flanagan. Near side, Overton. Leaves it there. Arthur. Flanagan peels back out, up over the top, little header off Overton.
Oh, camping out in the paint. No foul. Amax down there just pitching a 10.
Loose ball picked up.
A good job by the Lopes playing defense, but they just, again, could not defend their own glass. They have got to start making these Wolverines be one and done. That's been the difference in the game right now. Wolverines doing a better job on the offensive glass than the Lopes on some of these misses.
Back in the ballgame for the Wolverines, number 4, Trey Woodbury.
Overton out. Woodbury back in for Utah Valley. Arthur inbounds. McClanahan stops, working on Blackshirt. Tip back in.
That Amac or Cole, take your pick down there. Both those bigs really working the glass down. That's 5 offensive rebounds for the Lopes. You got 7 second chance points off of those 5 offensive rebounds.
4-point Utah Valley lead. Woodbury in Frayer's face. Look out at Frayer, almost another errant pass. Long distance and good!
Oh, the Lopes needed
Dixon.
that. They needed Mikey Dixon, some senior leadership stepping up right there. That play was getting a little rusty, and Mikey Dixon put a shine on it right at the end there with that 3-point shot. Another turnover.
Amac thought he was cutting in, but he wasn't. The lead is down to 1 for Utah Valley as Mikey Dixon put a close to a over 3-minute drought for GCU with that big bucket.
Yeah, that was timely because Frere had a bad pass that had gotten deflected and it ended up in Dixon's hands. And the senior said, okay, I got to get this thing up on glass. And he certainly knocked it through the net.
Well, one senior that wasn't on the court for the pregame festivities, Sean Miller Moore, because he intends to return to GCU. Looking sharp early on.
He has played with a ton of energy off of that line. Nice boost there. I love that block shot after getting beat on that little curl route, and then gets this one here off the rebound and just says, okay, I see a little bit of a break there from Clough and opened up with that little trail screen there, and he is off like a bullet to the basket. Then one more time on the defensive end, getting down there, moving his feet, getting set on that outside that painted area, taking that straight in the chest, getting it back for his teammate. Good job by Miller Moore off the bench.
For every 3-point shot the GCU makes, Copper State Credit Union will be making a donation to the Students Inspiring Student Scholarship. For more information, please go to giving.gcu.edu. Another great watch party event at CAZ Sports Bar over in the East Valley tonight. Lopes supporters turning out in large numbers for the watch parties, checking us all out. Big hello from everybody here at GCU Arena to all the Lopes fans celebrating at CAZ Sports Bar.
That's big. It reminds me of that one year when we were trailing New Mexico State and battling for the Western Athletic Conference, and this place was rocking and rolling. We don't have nearly that amount of fans in here, the Havocs or the student body, the faculty, but this place is electric tonight. Oh, yeah. You can feel the energy in this building. Bands rocking and rolling. Cheerleaders with their neon pom-pom. I tell you what, we haven't felt this kind of spirit in a long time in here.
Definitely, and it's been ramped up.
I wonder if it's affecting the players just a little bit too, as they maybe have a little bit extra adrenaline punch.
Sure, right.
And they haven't been able to get it going. I mean, 0 for 6 right now from 3-point range. Lopes need to find that, make that 1 for 6 from 3-point range. Lopes got to find that consistent outside jump shot.
Dixon brings it up, 5 points, 2 of 2 from the field from Mikey. Takes it back from Blackshear. Laver. Back to Blackshear. Far side, Freyer quickly to Dixon. Step back, can he do it again? Now. Fuller, ooh. Almost lost it. Neal, Fuller, Woodbury, quickly. Darthur. Neal. Kick back out, Amack. He's gonna try a 3.
You got to be kidding me.
Look at that.
They're gonna
That's
hit
his
those
first
shots
3
tonight.
this season.
That's going to be a tough combination to be with him on the offensive glass and then eating and banging down 3-point shots as well. I mean, the kid's having a great first half. You've got 7 points to go along with 6 boards you talked about.
Laver counters!
There you go. Alessandro Laver said not to be outdone in the battle of the bigs down there. You knock down a 3, I'll show you I can shoot 3s as well.
How about Amack? Hadn't attempted a 3 till that shot.
Big season. Big players do big things in big-time games, and I've heard that. He's definitely came to perform. We were watching him shoot earlier. He has that little funky push shot around the basket, but this one he really just tees up from outside. No push shot here. Great form on that one. Got the knees bent, stroked it nicely, and then come back here. You run a pick for your big. Cole's like, wait, I'm getting picked at the 3-point line? You got to be kidding me. I don't know how to defend that. Laver strokes it right in his face. How's that taste?
Freyer and Dixon come out. Freyer's got 2 personal fouls early on here. 6:34 to go, opening half. Inbound, Amack. Midguard on him. Back out, Woodbury. Back to Amack. Got a hand on it. Pushed it away. Sean Miller-Moore. Oh, careful. An errant pass. Just received it over there with his left hand.
Yeah.
You got to be smarter.
Yeah, a little too much, too many turnovers, and that one there was
taking it.
You kind of don't mind it too much because he's the one that got the steal,
yeah.
And then he turned it over, so it's kind of a wash. But at the same point in time, that's that extra possession in a big-time game like this that you want to have back. Get it to your point guard, let him set up the action.
Woodbury floater drops nothing but net. Makes that even worse.
Got to take that strong right hand dribble drive away from this young man. Doesn't take a genius to figure out this kid's good. Keep him going to his left. Get him going to his weak hand.
Laver for 3. Bam!
Oh, we are knotted up. One knotted at 10, knotted at 19. Both offensives are starting to heat up a little bit.
8 points, 2 of 4 from the arc. Laver. Darthur to Amack. Looking to move on Midguard. Lost the handle again. Who'd they get?
I don't know. You had a couple players down there chopping at the ball. Looks like they're going to get Midguard down there from behind. Look at that one by Laver there, knocking down a second 3-point shot here on the last few trips down the floor, and then coming back down the other end. You're trying to realize that they can attack Amack when he puts that ball down on the floor. Not real good at passing off the dribble, but just got a little bit too pushy on that one.
Be careful with Midgard. He's going to take a seat. He's got 2 personal fouls. They're going to bring in McLaughlin.
Yeah, McLaughlin.
Gabe's got a tall task right
here. He's got
here.
a real tall task. He's given up about 15 LBs down there, and
they're going to get him off.
No, they're going to keep him on. They're going to keep him on aim.
Let's get him. Bring Cole up there to take the inbound. Working on Laver. Left hand off the window and in.
Okay, Cole's knocking down 3-point shots, banging it in off the left hand up against top defense. These bigs have come to play tonight.
4 of their last 4. Can Laver do it again? No. Bouncing ball, kick back out.
How about Miller Moore? Boy, this kid has been everywhere. Steals, loose balls, slicing down the lane, offensive rebounds.
Gabe stops, pops, too heavy.
Yeah, that's the one he can keep in the locker room with him. We've seen that one all year, inconsistent. A big game like this is not time to be experimenting with the outside shot.
Woodbury. Stoned.
Look at McLaughlin, comes right back and gets it on defense with a block shot. It makes up for the poor decision on the offensive end.
Miller Moore driving, and Cole's called for the foul.
He got hip checked really bad there. That's one of those ones that stings. Put some ice on that one after the game. Come up limping. Yeah, right on the thigh.
Ropes with 3 blocks in the game. Miller Moore working it out.
Yeah, I love McLaughlin's energy. I love him on the offensive glass. I love him in the pick and roll situations, but you're not supposed to give him the ball that 15-foot standstill jump shot. He's either take that thing on a dribble with a dribble handoff or just find the point guard and get it back to the point guard, let it reset the block.
Laver quickly, Sean Miller Moore. Showing some nice work, but picked off with McMillan quickly up for Woodbury. Woodbury drives, doesn't go! Stoned! Picked up underneath. Sean Miller Moore. Driving Blackshirt, baseline, can't get it home.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's not the prettiest basketball at times on the offensive end, but they are hustling. Look at that one by Sean Miller Moore. Jumps in the air and then slams it off the legs of the Wolverine defender. Says, you take it. I don't want it out of here out of bounds. Yeah. Miller Moore, I tell you what, he's done it all. His stat line's not the best. Just 2 points and 5 rebounds. But boy, the hustle plays and steals and those offensive rebounds that he's got to keep the basketball alive for his team. They're going to Laver underneath. A little too much posted up down low. Laver really slammed into the defender too aggressively here. Crunched him, hold him off. But the official said that's a little too much body and left arm, preventing the defender from running around. I hate that call as a big, because you're not to get that good low post position and seal that defender underneath that hoop, and then the referees don't tell you what the coaches have been telling you to do. They blow the whistle on you.
First for Laver, Amack back out. Long distance shot for the Wolverines. Off the mark.
Who else? Miller Moore. He's limping pretty bad after he got banged in that hip. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to finish this half. He may have to get somebody in.
Bryce Drew looking at his bench to see if Sean Miller Moore can cut it out. He's played so well here in the opening half.
Yeah, he can't move. Normally he turns that corner with a hell of speed. McMillan, come on, McMillan. You got to be stronger with that basketball, young man.
3:30 to go. Timeout on the floor. Sean Miller Moore hobbling off of the court. We'll see if he comes back after this timeout.
I'm personal injury attorney James Bergener. Accidents can happen. If something happens to you or your family, call me. My firm and I will take you by the hand and guide you through everything. You see, personal injuries are just that. They're personal. You're not a number. You're more than just a name. This is your life. At my firm, each case is professionally and personally tailored to you. So if you've been injured, I've got your back. Call me now for a free consultation.
I would say to anybody considering maybe skipping graduation to spend a long time thinking about participating. I think it's a great opportunity to really take advantage of a moment that you only get once in your life. It's an opportunity to really experience something that highlights all the hard work that you've put in.
Not very many people get to experience that in their life. It's such an honor and a privilege to be able to do that, and I think the memories that come out of that are just incredible.
Herff Jones, by your side.
All right, welcome back. A big game on the hardwood tonight, but also a big day for all athletics at GCU. USAA Athletics calendar takes a look at tomorrow's action. Andy Stankowitz's team is on the road for the first time this season, matching up with the Cowboys. Meanwhile, softball hosting Northern Illinois. And out on the pitch, it's women's soccer kicking off action versus New Mexico State, while men's soccer will host Air Force. And coming up at halftime right here at GCU, I'll be talking to Coach Drew as his team walks off the court, get his thoughts on this opening half with a lot on the line. Plus, coming up at halftime, we're going to spotlight those senior stars. Get to know these seniors just a little bit better and just talk about Coach Drew's favorite moments watching them shine this year. That's all coming up on the Lopes Halftime Show. Guys?
Look forward to that. Straight along with coming up at the half. So you look at Sean Miller-Moore over at the trainer's table.
And unfortunately, there's not a whole lot the trainer could do for this one. And he just got banged real hard in the thigh, and that's going to bruise up. The problem is, I guess the only thing you can do is get some ice in there to try to keep all that blood from going to that area and then make the bruise even worse. But who knows if he's going to be able to come back and finish this game.
Cole weaving around. Nice move by Evan Cole off the window.
This kid is amphibious, as Charles Shackelford used to say at NC State. He uses that left hand and that right hand extremely well around the basket.
Mid baseline. Oh, man. Chance McMillan needs to calm down a little bit. Teardropper, Woodbury.
Yeah, coach needs another timeout.
That was
McMillan
right out
is
of
making
a timeout.
unforced errors coming out of a timeout. That's a kiss of death. That's one that leads to a fast break the other way, too. Now you're down 6. You've lost all the momentum with under 3 to go to going into the locker room.
Well, the battle of the bigs right now belongs to Amac. Has 7.7 rebounds, while Midgard is still looking for his first point. He's got 2 rebounds in 11 minutes.
You know, there's something to be said about that pregame ceremony. It just kind of throws the teams a little out of whack here to start this basketball game. I mean, outside of Labor knocking down a couple threes, it seems the offense, outside of what Miller-Moore's been able to do, has just been off kilter a little bit. Midgard hasn't been able to get himself going. Blackshear's had a moment or two, but Frere really disjointed, Mikey Dixon disjointed, and you just wonder if that emotions of playing in your senior game with your parents and family and girlfriends all in attendance just has gotten this team a little off kilter, and they need to settle down. If not in the next 3 minutes, it's certainly at the half.
So True putting in Midgard and Frere, each with 2 personal fouls. With 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, he realizes the momentum's slipping away. He can't have this 6-point disadvantage go to 10 or 12. He's got to come back with his starting group, and he did.
Blackshear. Labor for 3. Off the mark. Looking for the foul. He ended up on his rear end.
Got a mismatch up top here. Labor on
Cole. From the corner, in and out, Amac with another rebound. A loose ball out of bounds. It'll be the Wolverines' possession.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it was JJ on Labor that time, but Cole shot that jump shot halfway down before it squirted back out. But Amac, once again, on that glass, just chewing up the Lopes on the offensive boards.
Amac, Midgard and Labor over there.
Lopes come back and go a little zone defense, try to protect one of their star players getting a 3rd or 4th foul.
Neal plays catch with Woodbury. Woodbury goes down low. Amac looking to move on a baseline. Both bigs on him. Up over the top, and Frere picks it up. Mikey Dixon working on Woodbury off the window, hooping hard.
Oh, he loves it. Mikey Dixon down there flexing on the baseline. Great job by Oscar Frere getting in that passing lane. When you get a trap, you got to have 2 interceptors and a goaltender. They did a nice job getting that ball as an interceptor there, pushing it ahead. And I love that good 25-foot pass, and then Mikey Dixon. I'm not waiting for the trail big. I'm taking it strong to the rack.
Mikey 7 points, 3 of 4 from the field. Converts.
That Lopes ever needed a 3-point opportunity right there. That was it. They got the stop that they needed, and then they got it with the turnover, and then they get the 3-point play down the other end. That'll take a little steam out of that Wolverines sideline.
Wolverines up by 3. Oh, picked off. Look at Mikey Dixon. Off the glass!
Oh, Mikey Dixon. Whatever message Drew gave him with that timeout, I don't know if he pulled their chains a little bit, but Mikey Dixon has responded here. The energy is back in the white jerseys. They're bouncing around all over the place. Arms raised, feet are moving.
Neal looking for Woodbury. Play and catch again. Cole picked off. Oh, it doesn't. Goes into Overton's hands. Lopes are active. Overton drives, and it gets the kiss off the window.
J.J. Overton, I'll tell you what a nice player that young man is right there. Took that ball from one side of the floor, cut to the Lopes defense, got that kiss off the glass.
Looking to drive, and that's punched out by Neal. Done in reverse with Frayer on the other end.
I'll tell you what, we had Miller, Moore, Laver, Frayer doing a great job protecting that glass. Just coming off of that weak side wing there and saying, you shall not pass. Get that weak shot out of here. Got to go strong to the rack or it's going to get blocked. Will Wolverines go block our shots? We're going to block some of theirs too. Under a minute to play. Get Miller Moore back in the game. Yeah. Moving a lot better. Well, I didn't say he's moving perfect, but he realizes he's got to lay it all on the line here. He's helping his ball club. He needed 80% better than 0.
Coach Drew wanted him out there in the worst way.
Yeah, well, you got Frer's in foul trouble. So getting him out for the final minute of this half is huge.
Yep. McGard and Frayer both out. Neal, Woodbury looking to move in, cuts into the paint, weaving his way around.
Could be a charge.
Charge on Woodbury.
Yeah, McLaughlin stepped in there and took that one in the man area there and did a nice job giving up for his body. He comes up hurting after that one. That's a tough one to take, especially when a guy's got his knee up like he's coming flying there for a layup, and you catch that knee right in that groin area. That's a tough one.
2 on Woodbury. .26 seconds remaining and counting. Lopes down by 3. Dixon is now at the trainer's table.
Yeah, they're going to take the final shot of the half here.
Physical opening half. McMillan almost lost it, and he lost it. Blackshear. McMillan.
Aaron Pass caused Blackshear to jump in the air, and when he came down, just the tips of his toes were on that white sideline. McMillan's had the half to
shake it out or something, man. What do you got on that, Kate?
Well, guys, just moments ago, we know Miller Moore was over here getting some work done with the trainer, and as he got up to kind of walk around and test everything, I saw Bryce Drew look over there and literally yelled at him kind of like we are, like, can you go? Miller Moore looked at his coach, gave him the nod, and as you saw, ran right down the court and he pulled him in. He obviously likes this fiery intensity he's bringing to this game as the Lopes are looking to establish the rhythm and the Lopes tone for the game to carry on here.
Yeah, that's that call, Kate, where the coach asks you, can you go? Meaning, I need you to go, get up off that table and get to the scorer's table and check in.
Darthard inbounds. Neal. Amac. Quick shot by Cole.
I don't think he got it off in time.
I didn't either. I didn't see that.
Well, ugly half by the Lopes offensively, just 24 points. But the great news is their defense was solid. Outside of a couple offensive rebounds, this is just a one-possession game.
10 points for Dixon, 4 of 6 from the field. Laver with 8 points. As you see the head coach, Bryce Drew, getting set to put on the headphones, and we'll send it down to Kate Longworth.
All right, thank you guys. And Coach, just in those last couple minutes, it seems like the team kind of finding their rhythm. I know that was so big and key, you said, in those final minutes over at Seattle University. How do you feel your team has come out here and established that rhythm tonight?
Well, we were able to get some steals in the zone, get out in transition and score. Offensively, our passing's just been horrendous. We have to be able to pass it to each other and catch the basketball, and that's got to get corrected in the locker room.
And Coach, it looks like Miller Moore really going out there, establishing some intensity with this game. We also talked about the battle of the bigs, and What will you be saying to the team at this half? Kind of feeding off that intensity Miller Moore's bringing, but also trying to spark Ash getting involved in this game.
You know, there was really no facet of that first half that we're pleased with. You know, the zone at the end possibly with some steals, but, you know, we got to rebound better, we got to move the ball better, we got to defend better. We need a much better second half if we want to win this game.
All right, we wish you the best of luck in the second half. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
All right, as we just heard from Bryce Drew, this team has some stuff to work on here, but lucky for them, they got a quick break to figure out what it's going to take because there is a top seed on the line as Utah Valley and GCU continue to battle things out. Right now, the Wolverines with the edge, 27-24. We'll be back to wrap up more things and shine the light on these seniors.
As a kid, I always dreamed of being a Division I athlete. GCU supported that dream, and they also allowed me to get an education. So when I came to GCU, I was able to transfer enough credits in to fast track my education. So I graduated in 3 years with a master's, and I did it debt-free because I had athletic and academic scholarships. I'm Mackenzie, and I earned my MBA from Grand Canyon University.
There's a thunder in all of us. Come find your purpose at Grand Canyon University.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions GIF Collection.
Now I'm so happy.
When the going got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turned to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
Welcome back to GCU Arena, where the top two teams of the WAC are featured tonight and tomorrow here on Fox 10 Extra. The Wolverines and Lopes battling it out tonight and tomorrow for that top seed heading into the WAC tournament next week in Vegas. Right now, the score, the Wolverines on top, 27-24. Also happening this weekend, it is senior night and celebration festivities throughout the weekend as the Lopes pay their respects and celebrate some top seniors here who've had a lot of impact on the program. Earlier today, Barry Butel was able to sit down with Coach Drew and kind of reflect on some big moments from his upperclassmen. And we start by taking a look at a man who will forever be cemented here at the Lopes as the third all-time scorer right now in program history, Alessandro Labor.
You know, I think as a coach, anytime you get a senior in your program, you're very thankful. And for Alessandro, I didn't get a chance to recruit him or coach him his first 3 years, but what a delight to be around and for him to have the courage to stay with a new staff for his senior year. You know, we're extremely thankful for, and a terrific player who's had just an absolutely, storybook career here at GCU.
Another senior that fans love to see flying all around the court is Oscar Freyer. Had a tough season a year ago, but he certainly rebounded. Showed the maturity to come back and certainly has showed it on the court as well.
I think our whole staff is extremely proud of Oscar and just his resiliency, his ability to overcome, a setback that he had during his career here and come back and have a really strong senior year. And he just finished his last class and graduated. So just really happy for Oscar and his future.
A transfer from St. John's and Mikey Dixon, who has been a valuable asset here in his senior campaign for you.
When Mikey's played well, it's usually been really good results for our team, and we need Mikey to continue to play well. But, it has been at a couple different schools, found a home here at GCU, and again, really took on a new coaching staff and was very coachable. And we saw a lot of improvement in his game this year, and a lot of that's just with his character and his ability to want to learn. And that's something that's going to make him successful after he leaves GCU.
The twists and turns of someone's life. Obviously, you were recruiting Ashbourne Midgard in a previous position, and then you were able to circle back and bring him to GCU from Wichita State, and what a senior season it has been for the big man.
We thought he'd have a big impact here. We didn't know it would be this big of an impact, and as quickly as what he's done. But just a terrific young man. It was such a blessing for us to bring in a player as good as him, but also the character and how he changed our team from a rebounding standpoint, from a toughness standpoint, and just from a winning mentality. So, we're extremely thankful he chose to come here and for the year that he's having.
And a senior that intends to return, from all indication, is Sean Miller-Moore, another transfer.
He's also been at several different schools and had a lot of options. Was able to come here. He's had a shortened year. He didn't get to play a lot last year, so he wants to maximize his college eligibility, which is a great thing for us. And we're excited for Sean and his future.
All right, well, a big night for the Lopes seniors. Obviously, they want to make this one they will remember, and most likely that would be with a big victory. How things will play out, we will see. Right now, the score 27-24. When we come back, Barry and Scott will revisit the first half stats and plays and much, much more. We'll be right back.
At Tire Pros, we know your time is valuable.
And spending time with family and friends is what really matters.
Our customers are the core of our business.
That's why we make buying tires and auto service hassle-free.
Our certified technicians will keep your car running smoothly.
So you can spend your time the way that you want.
Find a convenient location near you at TirePros.com.
Hassle-free guaranteed.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment-style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU's vibrant community and expansive campus is ranked top 20 for best college campuses in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer.
After one half of play, the Lopes down by 3 to the Wolverines, 27-24 in this first of back-to-back games against the Wolverines. Welcome back, Barry and Scott with you. And wow, that opening half, let's
UGLY.
38% for the Lopes. They got some work to do. And Coach Drew, he's usually a pretty happy guy. He wasn't very happy.
He was
when he
not.
talked to Kate.
It wasn't
Kate.
Everyone loves Kate. Yeah. He's just mad about the way his team played. Really nasty out there on the floor. I mean, they did a good job defensively, just 12 of 28 shooting for UVU. But you're right, offensively they were sloppy. None of them missed shots. They just looked like at times they didn't know each other names on the floor, where they were going to be. McMillan throwing the ball all over the place. Frere couldn't get a handle on it. Just errant passes by Miller-Moore. But defense saved them. All those deflections, all those steals, block shots at the rim. I mean, it kept them around this game. I love this one right here, because just getting in there, poking that basketball away there. And I love this one, catching up by Miller-Moore. Says, oh, you got me on the curl. You better finish stronger than that, young man. If you come in here with that weak shot, I'm going to send it back to Cinder. And then I love that one right there. You get in transition. And then this one here, again, Frere. That was Midgard. And then you got a one by Oscar Frere coming over. He got a block shot as well. And then Miller-Moore pushing the basketball. Then Mikey Dixon, this was capped off a little 5-0 little run Mikey Dixon had all by himself.
Commonwealth Insurance brings our first half stats as you look at the shooting. 3-point line, a rebounding margin in favor of Utah Valley. Turnover margins a little high for both teams as the numbers look somewhat close.
Yeah, the rebound is one I'm worried about. 20-14 disadvantage there for GCU. Of course, AMAC doing a great job on that offensive boards, along with Cole and JJ as well. But they got to do a better job getting the ball in the offensive end and getting quality looks.
Dixon leading the way with 10 points, 4 of 6 from the field. It's a battle here in Phoenix. The second half is quickly approaching. Kate will be back in just a moment.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions GIF Collection.
Now I'm so happy.
I would say to anybody considering maybe skipping graduation to spend a long time thinking about participating. I think it's a great opportunity to really take advantage of a moment that you only get once in your life. It's an opportunity to really experience something that highlights all the hard work that you've put in.
Not very many people get to experience that in their life. It's such an honor and a privilege to be able to do that, and I think the memories that come out of that are just incredible.
Herf Jones, by your side.
The temperature scanning kiosk from Pacific Office Automation is an easy-to-use, attendant-free device that quickly checks a person's temperature anytime, anywhere. You can now provide peace of mind at schools and universities, grocery stores, restaurants, nursing homes, medical clinics, sporting events, offices, private gatherings, and more. Look to us to help you reduce the risk and be safe. Visit PacificOffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
Beautiful night in the desert, but I'll tell you what, the heat is on here inside GCU Arena as the Wolverines and Lopes go head-to-head. The top two teams in the WAC battling it out right now. 27-24 the score. Utah Valley with the advantage. They have 3 players right now checking in with 7 points to their name. Meanwhile, the Lopes' Mikey Dixon leading all scorers with 10 points, and senior Laver, he has 8 points to his name. The Lopes back out on the court right now. We know Coach Drew had some messages to deliver to them at the break, hoping that they'll go out there and establish the rhythm and their style basketball in the second half. We'll see how this one all plays out. We'll have all the action coming your way in the second half when we return with more Division I college hoops action right after this quick break.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
At Raising Cane's, we know quality takes time, patience, and the best ingredients, which is why every chicken finger we serve is hand-battered and cooked to order just for you. We never take shortcuts, but that doesn't mean you can. Introducing an even faster and easier way to order Cane's with our new app. Find your closest restaurant, customize your meal, pay, and schedule pickup. So next time, take it easy and order with the Raising Cane's app.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Back in Phoenix, where the Lopes trail by 3. Tonight's game presented in part by Commonwealth Insurance. Beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. First half was very beautiful. Yeah, GCU.
Mikey Dixon played good.
Yes,
he had that little spurt there. He had a little 5-point run there, and did it with the defense there. I love that one there by Blackshirt. He just was quicker to the basketball than everybody else and got it to Mikey Dixon. And easy one for Mikey Dixon to get a lay. And then I love that one there with the shot clock winding down, strokes a 3. And when the Lopes really were starting to lose contact with the Wolverines, it was Mikey Dixon time. You got the bucket and one, and then the steal and transition for that early break. The Lopes have a 7-2 fast break advantage, 7-5s in steals, and also protecting that basket, 4-2 advantage on blocks tonight.
So can the Lopes put that first half to bed?
Yeah, they're going to have to put it to bed, but they're going to have some problems, Barry, because as we were seeing at halftime, Miller Moore was limping badly with that leg injury. He was a real energy boost off of that bench. Lopes coming back with their starting 5. Hopefully they will be able to start this game a little better than they started the half. I think the seniors were maybe a little disjointed by the big senior ceremony, and they got Miller Moore instead of sitting on the bench. They brought on an exercise bike in the tunnel area where he's going to ride that exercise bike, trying to keep that leg warm until he gets a call to go in the ball game.
Blackshirt steps out. We're underway. Second half. GCU Arena. Frayer comes out. Far side up over the top to Midgard. He's able to gather it in. Amack got a hand on it. Overton drives. That's not going to happen.
He got hacked and they didn't call it. Overton got hacked, but boy, what a great job protecting the basket there by Amack and Cole. One of those guys got that shot block on Midgard. Midgard not been able to get going against these other bigs, and Cole going to the basket. Looking like Frayer just got a piece of JJ and prevented that layup. Sometimes it's just the hustle plays, getting back in transition. Those bang plays, officials won't call them. Interesting to see Woodbury come out of this game so quickly. Is that foul trouble for Woodbury?
Yeah, he picked up his third.
Oh boy.
Hopefully they'll get this out of the system, because you wouldn't want to see it in the Orleans Arena.
No, I mean, this is not the Lopes that we've been watching for a large portion of this season.
What they do with that team?
The offensive position has been lacking just with the passing. I mean, Coach Drew talked about that going to the locker room. Like, they just got to make sure the guys that they're passing the basketball are the guys in the white shirts.
Overton spinning around, kick back out. Cole. 8 on the shot clock. Cole twisting, turning, big right hand. Gets the bounce.
Oh, soft touch right there of a tender lover. Cole spinning back towards that left hand hook, throwing that right hand hook up over the top of the Laver there. Got that one to softly get a kiss off from the rim and fall down.
Midgard looking for his first points of the game.
Well, that's just Lopes basketball. That's what we've been talking about there. Playing from the outside in. Finding those guys down, working hard on the blocks.
Arthur drains it from three-point land. Wolverines bench loving that. Madsen in his second season at the helm as head coach, the former Laker. Dixon for three. Ooh, in and out.
Check that basket. We've seen a lot of shots in that end of the floor between the women's game we did back on the 27th and the first half of this game tonight. Squirt halfway down the basket and come back out. Oh, look at these two guys.
Squared up. Laver.
Yeah, Laver and JJ Overton down there. They were tangled up, and both of them keeping their arms, not wanting to give an inch. They both keep their arms high, and they can't even run down the floor. Look at them, all tangled up. You keep running back this way. Instead of just one guy letting go, they get him going down in a heap. Good way to get hurt late in the season.
Offsetting fouls. Double foul.
Well, I agree with that call. I don't agree with the officials too often, as you know, Barry, but I totally agree with the offsetting call on that. They were both wrong for that action. And now also the good thing about that, neither one team will gain an advantage in a big game like this. I don't know what to call that. I seen that, initially, but normally by the time you get to the letters, you get it straightened out. It normally doesn't carry on all the way out to the three-point line.
I feel like Laver was trying to straighten it out a little bit.
I don't think there was anything malicious by either player, just being silly more than anything else. Look at Miller Moore. Is he just sitting on the bike, or is he supposed to be actually spinning the pedals? Looks at me, it looks like me in the gym these days doing the executive workout.
There you see what's at stake. Clinch at least a share of the regular season title for the first time in school history with a win, either tonight or tomorrow. Both teams receiving first-round byes are coming in as the top two teams in the Western Athletic Conference.
Yeah, and if they end up tied, as we talked about probably before the game, it goes to the tiebreaker. So it really depends on what New Mexico State does. If they finish third, then the Lopes will get the #1 seed in the conference tournament in Vegas.
The Aggies up by 9 in the second. All the scenarios, I know even the conference is trying to figure it all out. Yeah. Basically, a cancellation is the same as a loss, from what I was told.
Well, that's
this afternoon. It is tough.
Does it depend if you canceled or depend if the other team canceled? Or either way, if the game was canceled, it's a loss?
Apparently. I don't know if it could have been rescheduled or how they're looking at it. It is between, I think, the win total between the Aggies and the Lancers.
Yeah, it's never going to be a perfect science in the situation like we have during the COVID with protocols and everything else in place. I'm just so happy we're playing basketball in March this year as opposed to getting shut down like we did a year ago. Oh, they called a flagrant foul on Overton, J.J. Overton with the flagrant foul. That is going to be costly because it's going to put Laver on the free throw line, who was an excellent free throw shooter, and then the Lopes will get the ball back.
But I don't think Laver likes this.
Boy, I tell you, well, it's hard to shoot.
I don't think he likes this.
It's hard
last
to
time
shoot.
he had this, nobody
on the free throw line like that. It's very hard to shoot. You're like out there on an island all by yourself. Gets the second one to get. Look at this one more time. I think it's because J.J. Overton is really kind of got more Laver hooked, and his motion of pulling down. He's got his Laver's arm locked pulling down is about the only thing that feels that they called it. Well,
close. Up high, Midgard off the glass.
Well, that is Lopes basketball right there. Great execution. Of course, they had 3 minutes to draw that play up, so it should have been well executed.
Away from the.
Did I hear? I thought I heard a whistle. Maybe I thought it was from the stands. It was to get that official a larger P, and his whistle was a soft whistle, but he stopped play for some particular reason.
Dixon picked up his second.
Oh.
They tried to reverse it, but Laver got the hands up.
Laver looked like one of those cornerbacks defending the long go route and just had his arms in the air. I thought it was Laver the one that knocked that ball out of bounds. No,
they reverse it.
They did. They got it correct. Well, defensive back there trying to guard the receiver, playing with his head away from the pass and just blocked it out of bounds. See that one more time there. That's a close one. Well, maybe that evens out for the offensive flagrant foul.
Opponent's bench comes over. The other official they called it's 3 feet away. Driving baseline. Cole. Short. Tight D by Laver. Blacksher brings it up.
That was excellent D.
Step back. Ooh. I'll tell you what, Oscar Freire got a break there. Tried to come in again, doesn't happen.
Hey, Max, he just seems like the ball just finds that kid around the basket.
Neal, came back, take it, leave it for Overton. Overton looking to drive on Freire. Right hand is going to use the window, not there. Rebound underneath. Good hustle by the Wolverines. Arthur kick back out, a 3 attempt, and they drain it on the hustle play for the rebound.
Yeah, Cole, nice job there by the Wolverines. Really outworking the GCU Antelopes on that offensive glass right now. These second and third opportunities really just taking its toll on the Lopes to try to stay in touch with this Wolverines ball club. Down by 6 now.
Look at the rebound margin. +7 for the Wolverines. Long distance doesn't go for Blacksher.
Yeah, this is not the Lopes team we're used to seeing. A lot of outside shots first before they explore the inside.
Amac. Neal. Takes it back. Amac. To his right. Cole for the long 3. In and out.
It's a heat check on that one.
Wow.
He was out there where Steph Curry and the boys shoot for at the next level.
Dixon, Blacksher far side. Midgard, beyond the key, too much.
I don't understand.
I don't understand this shot selection.
Midgard has done all season long. We had McLaughlin shooting outside shots. You haven't played inside out like you generally do all year long, and Freire's going to go down and reach and get a foul.
Oh my goodness gracious. Yes. 15:32 to go, second half.
When the going got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turn to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
I'm personal injury attorney James Bergener. Accidents can happen. If something happens to you or your family, call me. My firm and I will take you by the hand and guide you through everything. You see, personal injuries are just that. They're personal. You're not a number. You're more than just a name. This is your life. At my firm, each case is professionally and personally tailored to you. So if you've been injured, I've got your back. Call me now for a free consultation.
GCU basketball is brought to you in part by Sanderson Ford. The best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. By Herff Jones. By your side. By Community Tire Pros, celebrating 30 years keeping vehicles safe. And by Talking Stick Resort. Play in style. Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
Well, obviously, the spotlight right now on these final 2 games of the regular season for the Lopes. But next year, we're hoping for a year that is a little bit more normal. So, Lopes fans, this is your chance to be a part of the action. GCU men's basketball season tickets will go on sale July 1st. But you can sign up now for the wait list to be one of the first contacted when the tickets become available for purchase. The wait list gives you the best priority for any seat. At the inventory, you get your pick at the litter, and then you'll also be able to be contacted before they're open to the public, and you'll have the best opportunity to select those premium seats. So to join the wait list, visit gclopes.com/season-tick, and tickets will sell out. So this is the time to make sure you are not left out of the excitement here next year at GCU Arena. We surely hope to see everyone out here safely next season.
No doubt about that. Underway. Overton. The Lopes 3 offensive rebounds, 0 second chance points. Amac.
They came back out of that zone in a 2-3 defense, but they got burned inside. Slashing cut by Cole. Boy, I tell you what, Cole with the outside jump shot, and then the ability to be able to finish with either hand around the basket. Just doing a number on the Lopes tonight.
14 points for Cole, coming in 11.4. Average. Labor. McMillan in the game. Sean Miller Moore in the game. Careful. Locksher. Tight D. Labor, 2 on the shot clock. Has to put it off. Low percentage. Loose ball and Amac, of course.
Just 12 of 34 shooting for the Lopes.
Not look getting who it done. Sneaks down there. This is
not getting back in transition. Get burned. Now the Wolverines with their largest lead of the game. They've taken it to double digits, up by 10.
Wow. 7-0 run for the Wolverines, and Bryce Drew's fired up.
Well, this is kind of one of those ones where if you're the coaching staff, you just got to challenge your players to man up a little bit there. They come out in that 2-3 zone and get some holes in it, but just nobody really attacking defensively, and then not getting back in transition. That'll really light a fire up underneath that coaching staff and that bench. You get some guys out there that want to play. You're scared by a dog. Hey, I mean, that's the bottom line. You got the WAC Conference Championship on the line. The man up and play. If you're going to go out playing hard.
Yeah, and guys, I mean, that's something Coach Drew talked about this week with the media, just saying, you're not going to switch things up these final 2 games. You're not going to try and do something you haven't seen all season long heading into the tournament. Right now, you're going to rely on those things you were doing October, November, December in practice. And he wants his team to rely on what they know, what they've taught. They've spent hours in the gym. They've had 2-a-days. They've gone through all the work, and now it's just make that energy, that fire come out, that intensity. And Scott, you can probably speak to that with tournament play coming up. You don't want to get fancy, try stuff you can't, but just depend on the basketball that you know. And I know that was something Coach Drew really stressed to his team. He said, we're prepared for a one-and-done type situation, because all season long his motto has been, the only game that matters is the game right now, and how you're going to go out and defeat that opponent. And that's obviously what they're trying to do, figure out this Wolverines team.
Well, you're absolutely right, Kate. You are who you are at this point in time in the season. Unfortunately, the Lopes are not playing the style of basketball that got them in this position. They've been playing a lot of outside perimeter ball. And they're one of the reasons why they've been so successful. And Midgard is the leading field goal percentage shooter in the league and leading the team in scoring is because they play inside out. And we've only seen that a few times tonight. Most of the time that they have done it, they've been successful doing it. Now, playing inside out doesn't mean you just go inside and the ball never comes back, out to the guys for scoring opportunities. You can play a lot of basketball where you're posting Midgard or Laver down low and then pass the ball back out to the perimeter for opportunities along the wings.
Very careful. Liam Lloyd checks into the game. Sean Miller-Moore back over on the stationary bike. Lloyd back out. Midgard and a nice pass from Lloyd.
I like that. Good energy by Lloyd. He's bringing some good intensity out there, trying to get his teammates pumped up, being a little bit of a spark plug off that bench. Nice little bounce pass. Only Midgard could get it, and he flipped it in. Got to get a stop on this possession.
Remack back out, takes it. Neal turns to the bucket. Looking at Midgard. Lloyd almost picked it off. Quickly. Underneath. Swarm. Cole doesn't go. Amack trying to pick it up. Loose ball, and it's stolen away by Midgard.
Well, they got the stop they wanted. They were down there fighting, clawing, and scratching for that ball.
Blacksher for three. Yes!
Well, how often do you see good defense lead to some good offense? And they got that stop down there, got that steal, and then Blacksher got over to his favorite spot on the three-point line, which is the wing.
5 unanswered after the break.
Laver got beat by Cole moving without the basketball. He worked around around Laver. Now these guys are down there jawing with one another. The littlest guy on the floor down there.
And Cole. Cole pretty boisterous over there with the officials, and Amack has to be pulled away by Madsen.
Yeah, Madsen did a good job getting his team back to his bench, settling them down. He realized he just had a 10-point advantage. Last thing he wants to do is fire up the slopes that have been kind of lifeless out there on the floor. But this is one more time. It's pretty good defense by Frere, but just a hook by Laver right around the neck area, upper shoulders anyway, of Cole. Cole took some offense to it. The official said, "What more do you want me to do?" I blew the whistle and called the foul. A little immaturity there by Cole. And sometimes you get the worst end of a situation. You got the foul call. I don't understand that. Go to the line? Well, you're not going to go to the line because it's not the penalty situation, but
Lopes started the half 2 for 8. Since then have gone 2 for 2. Cole with 9 points, 4 of 6 in the second half. He's got 16 points.
Yeah, little Liam Lloyd, he came out there and gave him a little bit of fire there. He got those 4 points, 5 points with Lloyd coming in the bench. Just a little bounce pass he gave the Midgard underneath, and then they went down there and scrapped that basketball out and somehow got it away from Amack, his strong hands, and Blacksher with a 3-point shot there, cut that 10-point disadvantage in half real quick.
Madsen and the Wolverines commanding the attention of 2 officials.
Well, one more time, Laver just looks to try to block out Cole. He got both those arms up, and unfortunately Cole went baseline and kind of just got throat chopped by one of Laver's, his left arm kind of caught Cole right in that upper chest throat area, and Cole went to the line and knocked down 2 free throws. I'm not 100% sure why they gave him 2 free throws. Barry, can you help me with that one? Did they call a flagrant foul?
Must have. Cole drains both.
Well, that's an extra 2 points I don't think the Wolverines should have gotten on that. A little bump underneath by Oscar Frere. Cut ball watching, and it was Cole Overton went back door on Frere, and then Frere playing catch up from behind. Had he commit the fall right around the rim. So this has been a tough trip down the floor for the Lopes.
4 on Frere. Overton. Wolverines have come to play, and they came to play in an extra gear that the Lopes have yet to kick into.
Yeah, they're an overachieving group. I mean, they're out here outworking the Lopes here for the first part of this basketball game, and talked about the Lopes having to find something in the locker room. They still have yet to find it. And Lloyd trying to give them a little something, but look at this one more time again, out hustle to the basketball.
Fuller off the mark, another loose ball. Look at the hustle. The Wolverines will retain possession.
You remember the start of preseason, the Wolverine coaches poll had the Wolverines to finish 6th. I think they took exception to that. They had a tough pre-conference schedule, playing like St. John's and BYU, but they have come Southern University. But that made them tougher for the Western Athletic Conference. And they're 8-3 and still battling the Lopes here for first place in the conference.
Woodbury rings it around the rim. Dixon. Lloyd way up over the top. Midgard lost the handle. Cole. Transfer from Georgia Tech. The Atlanta, Georgia native is having quite a game. Career high of 31. He is at 18 tonight. Overton. Baseline. Lloyd's on him. Kick back out. Beathard. Bounce pass. Fuller.
Got traveled.
Too much. Midgard.
Nice job by Midgard. He played through the travel situation, and Mikey Dixon for 3.
Step back. Not there. Woodbury extends that right arm and pulls it in.
Now, the only way that's a good shot, Barry, is if that ball goes in the basket. I mean, you got nobody on the offensive glass if you should miss that, and you're down by 7 points.
Cole off the window.
Cole's too
he
tough
is having his way.
Yeah, he's too tough for the Lopes. I think they geared up to stop AMAC and put all their attention leading up in preparation for this game to stop AMAC, and they forgot all about Cole.
McLaughlin making his way over to the scorer's table to check in. Wonder who he'll be on. Lloyd, long distance, in and out. Rebound, Overton, who has also had an excellent game.
Well, you put a fork in the Lopes. If they're going to continue to bomb away from the outside, they got no shot in this basketball game. At some point in time, they're going to have to figure out a way to go inside, either with the post up off the dribble drive, like this team's doing.
Right there, look at that. Woodbury drives. The Lopes are 4 of 15 from beyond the arc. The lead is 11. 34 points for GCU with 11:13 to go in the half, and there's a timeout on the floor. See what Bryce Drew draws up here and how the Lopes try to stop that man.
It's time to get away. It's time to escape. It's a new day to play. Your retreat awaits at Talking Stick Resort. Indulge your appetite for excitement with our thrilling table games, our electrifying slots, our outstanding restaurants, and our exceptional accommodations. It's all waiting for you. It's a new day to play at Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
Lopes trail by 11. 11:13 to go here at GCU Arena. The Lopes will be looking for some reinforcements.
They got some good ones coming in.
They sure do. Jalen Blackman, Kobe Knox, and Isaiah Shaw for GCU, the signees. Blackman, how about that? His final 3 high school games, 48 points, 52 points, 55 points. Kobe Knox averaged 16.9 and 19 points in the past 2 seasons at Tampa Catholic. He joined Bosco Institute in Indiana for a postgraduate prep season to set up for his college career here at GCU. And how about his older brother, Kevin, with the New York Knicks? And Isaiah Shaw averaging 14 points per game at PHH Prep right here in Phoenix. And of course, the son of the big man himself, Casey Shaw, the assistant coach of the Lopes.
My old teammate.
Bring that prowess and
yeah, they're gonna need some help, but they gotta find they gotta worry about this game right here. They gotta find some help in this game. I mean, they just got McLaughlin back in and give him some more energy. And what do the Wolverines come out and do? They come out to a 1-3 run, really trying to cut off the court. Extended pressure out behind the three-point line, making it tough on the Lopes.
all the way over to Dixon. Stops, little floater, short.
Interesting shot choice that time by Dixon. It was kind of a floater, yet he stopped and pushed, did a one-hand push at the same time.
Frayer, 4 fouls at the scorer's table. Laver also. Woodbury in the corner. Woodbury stops, pops, good.
Oh, just a size advantage that time. He really hit Dixon hard, backed him up on to his heels, then went right up over top of the smaller Dixon and knocked down the jump shot. All Wolverines right now enjoying their largest lead of the game, 13-point advantage.
11 for Woodbury. Blackshirt. Somebody got a hand on it. Just drove in there a little hesitant too. Just can't figure this out. 10 minutes to go. Woodbury having his way down there. Off the mark. Lopes possession.
Yeah, they're just doing a little horns high set, letting Woodbury operate off of 2 bigs at either end of the top of the key. If he goes left, and then the both bigs crash down to the basket, and he throws the ball up, and they just go after it. Kind of like that old hockey play, Barry, where they dump it in, into the, and they let everyone just crash down there and try to
dump and chase. Yeah.
Scrum it out. Is that what it's called? The dump and chase?
Yeah.
I gotta get my hockey terminology down.
When you start to cycle along the wall and get a scoring check.
This is a nice drive here by Dixon.
He stops cold underneath.
Almost like the guards are getting some good penetration, but then they're going in to avoid the contact rather than getting into the body of those shot blockers and getting those fouls. Stopping short with these little floaters, almost like trying to outsmart the bigs or the help defense instead of just going right into there and crashing into that contact.
From the corner, foul committed.
I'm not sure if the foul's going to be they ran over McLaughlin. He's going to go to the line, or if they're going to give it to Blackshear on the jump shot. Yeah, I think that they ran through the pick so hard, they're going to get McLaughlin. He's the one that got run over. So instead of getting free throws on this play, it's actually going to be baseline out of bounds for the Lopes.
Pushed out, McLaughlin, Laver. Bounce pass, finds Dixon, back out, Frayer. Looks right, Dixon. Wolverine in his face, got a little bit of room. Laver's gonna look for 3. Nothing gonna happen. Fuller picked up the rebound.
A little bit better that time, getting a little pick and pop for Laver, who's knocked down a couple threes in this basketball game when the score was much closer, down 13. I realize you want to get back into this game, but there is no 10 or 13-point play. You got to just chip away.
Amac doesn't go. Laver with the rebound.
Good defense, good rebound. Now the Lopes are out in transition.
Lopes 0 for their last 6. Frayer, can he end it? Yes!
Oscar Frayer showing some good senior moxie there. He gets himself on that left side of that wing, and no hesitation, he knocks one down. So just putting together some buckets and some stops is the way you fight back to this game. Got to get that thing back down into single-digit deficits.
Arthur to Fuller.
Kind of a body block that time by Laver down on that block. He's going to pick up his 3rd personal foul. A little faster player, but that's a one there by Frayer, who had been pretty quiet throughout most of this basketball game. Just his 2nd field goal. But it was a big one when the Lopes are down by 13 and really needed it.
Quick, short. Woodbury got a hand on it. Good hustle by Blackshear, and it ends up in Frayer's hands. Back to Javon. Hands it to Dixon. Laver. Gives it to Frayer. Frayer stops, pops. Off the window.
I'll tell you what, Frayer, we've been quiet. He's starting to heat up. Barry knocked down to 3, gets a rebound, comes back with a little mid-range game off glass. Lopes got it to 8. Stop here would be huge.
Woodbury, though, counters.
Wow. caught Frere going up underneath the screen that time. Woodbury, you talked about him being a 36% shooter from behind that arc. Can't give those 36% shooters that much of space to tee that ball up.
Frere. Laughlin is called. 7:39 to go. 50-39. The Wolverines coming to play here in the first of back-to-back games. The WAC title on the line. As you talk about this game, perhaps the nicest moment was during the pregame festivities honoring the seniors here tonight. It is going to be disappointing to see the likes of Laver and Frere and Midgard and Mikey Dixon and Ethan Cisneros, the manager as well, was honored as well. So it's always kind of a tough night, you know, when you honor the seniors. Yeah, you get so much emotions. You poured your heart and soul in this program. You've made lifelong friendships, and you realize that, boy, the end of the ride is almost there, and you want to step off and find fashion. I think sometimes you get so overwhelmed with those emotions, it makes it hard to go out and play. That is our Sweet James play of the half. That's the way the half and the game has gone here tonight as Masboy and Midgard. Wow, the transfer from Wichita State, Kate, has played very well throughout the course of the season.
Yeah, Barry, I was just going to add to that these transfers, it's been incredible, you know, short amount of time, the big impact they've had on the program with both Midgard and Mikey Dixon coming from Wichita State and St. John's respectively. And then, of course, you know, for the three of us who've been with so many broadcasts with this team, you know, the likes of an Oscar Frere and Laver, just what they've meant to this program. I mean, I remember us talking about Alessandro when he came out and garnered honors as that WAC Freshman Player of the Year, and you wonder if he can keep up that stamina and how he'll carry this team. And, you know, he hit some sophomore slump times. It's funny to mention his name along with a slump, but then he just really on to prevail as a leader for this team, kind of quietly going about his business, but really making an impact when you look at the final stats after each game. And of course, Oscar, he's battled so much adversity both on and off the court, and this year really staying the course. And like you guys said, you hope that their senior weekend can be a big one for them. So we'll just have to see if they can find it in these final minutes.
Still got another game to play tomorrow night. AMAC doesn't go. Ooh, careful, Frere. Dixon with 10, Laver with 9, Frere with 7, Midgard with 6. Driving underneath, Midgard patiently leaves it up over the top.
Yes, spoon fed that time by Blackshirt Jr. Did a nice job bouncing his way down that painted area and got the ball to his big man.
Obviously, the Lopes need some stops. Down by 9. Overton. Kicked out. AMAC beyond the line. He's already hit a 3, his first this season earlier in the opening half. AMAC kicked back out. 5 on the shot clock. Overton driving. Short, but there's a Wolverine underneath. One of the shortest Wolverines right in front of Midgard.
Yeah, but how about Blackshirt going down and ripping that ball away? One of the smallest Lopes players getting that ball back.
There you go. Bounce pass, Frere for 3. Good!
Oh, it's official. Oscar Frere has now heated up. He does not want to take this L to the locker room. He says, if I'm going down with an L, I'm not going down quietly. He's got 2 3-point shots here in this crucial stretch when the Lopes found themselves down by 13. 50-44 disadvantage. It's workable now, Barry.
AMAC working against Midgard. AMAC, that was a travel.
Yeah. Officials got it. Officials called the travel. They picked up on it. It looked like AMAC almost like his hip gave out on him. Something he lost his balance. I'm not sure 100% what, but this one back here by Frere did a nice job just getting that ball down there in corner pocket 3. 6-point disadvantage. Chance to cut it to 4-3 right here on this trip down the floor. Just when the Lopes were left for dead. I mean, no momentum, down 13, playing absolutely horrendous on the offensive end and defensive end, I might add. All of a sudden, they have found their stride, playing much better.
Look at the press. AMAC rubbing that left knee. Keep an eye on that. Dixon, steps inside. Not there. Pulled down by the Wolverines. Cole. Second half, the Lopes started 4 of 16. Sins are 4 of 6. Can they get back into this game? Amac. Woodbury. Been lethal. Lost the ball. Amac picked it up. 9-8 on the shot clock. Do the Wolverines? No. They got to move. Overton looking to drive baseline. Oh, look, he had a wide open path until Freyer got in it. Amac almost picked it off. There's Overton.
Skip the stick him out.
Hang on to the ball.
Boy, I tell you what, Lopes really shot themselves on the foot there. Great play, get that ball back, and then it gets poked away, and Wolverines up with a fresh shot clock.
Taking time off the clock. Woodbury looking to ease his way into the paint again. Pushed out. Overton.
Well, he gave too many opportunities to score his possession. Not only that, you can say burning over a minute and a half off of this trip. There's one trip down the floor.
Overton drives up over the top, doesn't go. Push back in, it does.
Well, 3 times you get a team 3 chances to score, and they're going to score 80% of the time. That's what the numbers work out to be, and that's what happened to the Lopes on that particular trip down the floor. 13 offensive rebounds.
Overton took a mighty fall. Back up. Blackshear, Laver, Frey, near side, down low, mid-guard on Amac, over the top, doesn't go.
I'd like to see that ball pushed inside the mid-guard. I'd like to see him power that ball to the basket a little bit more against Amac, though. Don't settle for that falling away jump hook. Go right up into that shot blocker's chest.
Takes it on Woodbury. Amac looking left. Leaves it there for Neal. Overton. Amac beyond the arc. No. Drives. High right hand doesn't go. Sucked down the whole shot clock, though, right at the end.
Yeah, good job by midguard playing without fouling.
Kicked out Laver for 3. Bam!
Oh, you can almost hear a pin drop with the anticipation from the Havocs on that one as that ball was thrown back out the Laver, and everybody in the arena knew he was about ready to crack up a 3. He got quiet so he could concentrate and get the laces right and knock it down.
4 of 8 from the arc of the Lopes in the second half. Timeout, Wolverines.
Well, the seniors are stepping up. Freyer with a couple threes. Now Alessandro Laver knocking down the 3 ball.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
52-47, the Wolverines over the Lopes. The Lopes trying to storm back. Oscar Freyer, 4 personal fouls, had 2 points in the opening half, has 8 here in the second.
He really has heated up, gotten his confidence on that stroke from behind the arc. I love this one right here. A little step back, slide to the left jump shot, big block shot at the rim. Seniors are really stepping up, and then after he was doing his thing, well, 1 more 3 in the corner, and then Laver, not to be outdone, says, I don't want to take this loss on senior night. He knocks down a big 3, causes Madsen to get a timeout.
For every 3-point shot that GCU makes, Copper State Credit Union will be making a donation to the Students Inspiring Student Scholarship. If you'd like more information, please go to giving.gcu.edu. 3:32 to go. In a game that the Wolverines have put their big boy pants on and come into this building and played phenomenal. It's a 5-point game.
Yeah, 5-point game on defense right here. So not only you're going to play straight up man-to-man defense, you already got your offensive play set up too. You don't get a transition basket off of a defensive stop here. Get set in your offense and execute your play. The coach drew up.
Cole weaving his way. That's short. Loose ball. Freyer on it.
Lopes looked quicker to the basketball in this last 5 minutes than they did in the first 10 to 15 minutes of this half.
Woodbury almost got a hand on it. Freyer inside to Midgard. Amac kind of all turned around. Big right hand. Doesn't go for Midgard, who has been off his game.
Yeah, just settling for that jump hook instead of just saying, okay, big fella, I'm going to put my power against your power. We're going to see who's going to win that matchup. Trying to get too cute around the basket. Amac blocked 1.7 shots a game, puts him in the top 50 of the nation. But go right through his chest.
Amac. 6 on the shot clock. Woodbury's got to move. He does. Push back. Amac. Well, that's a travel.
Hey, if he didn't travel, the shot clock was getting ready to blow up.
Yep.
But that's not a bad possession. It's an empty possession, but not a bad one that time for Utah Valley, because they used almost 30 seconds of that game clock in that possession and don't get beat in a transition or commit a foul that would have sent GCU down the other way.
It's 3:32 when the timeout was called. Shoot up a minute off the clock and counting. Here, Freyer. Laver. Blackshirt. Top of the key. Stop. Pop. Good off the glass.
I don't know if he called glass, but the Lopes are going to take it. 3-point game, Perry, with a little over 2 to play. As bad as the Lopes play, they got Utah Valley Wolverines right where they want them. Lopes got the momentum, and we got just under 2 to play.
15-5 run. Woodbury driving baseline. Weaves away, stops. Oh, man, Woodbury.
Big time shot by the junior right there. And it's a really nice play to go through back to the basket, having to turn around and get back on balance.
Blackshirt out to Freyer. Laver. Right hand. And in!
Oh, these seniors are showing up right now. Laver and Freyer doing a nice job offensively. Got a 3-point game again. Minute 22 to play.
Lopes need a stop.
They're going to go pick and roll with Woodbury. They like this matchup, Woodbury and against Oscar Freyer.
Woodbury.
Went under the screen. Got to go over the top of that screen.
Amac, little push play.
That's a shot we saw him working on before the game, Barry. Yeah, all that time working on that shot. He must have shot 25 or 30 of those, and he got it to pay off when the Wolverines really needed one.
Lopes needed a bucket here, a big one, and they need it quick. Step back, Blackshirt, off the mark. Oh, man. Laver took a pounding.
Yeah, it was Cole and Laver again. The two guys that got into a little beef earlier in the game went at it one more time, and they're going to call it on Cole underneath. Just the 4th team foul for the Wolverines. Look at it one more time. Underneath, they're battling, locking arms once again, and it looks like Laver pulls Cole down, if you ask me.
Overton checks back in.
That's where these coaches, they start looking at these matchups and who they want on the floor and where they got this ball. This is where the Lopes have been really good all season long, these baseline out of bounds plays.
Blackshirt finds Laver trying to muscle his way in, and he does!
Well, it pays off. He comes off a double screen on the weak side, curling to the basket. Just keeps all that momentum going right to the racket. Big hoop by a big-time player.
41.6 seconds remaining. The lead is 3 for Utah Valley.
Laver just started on that weak side and a little scrum on the weak side. He's the one that comes out of that scrum and just gets gains just enough of advantage off of this double screen here, catching Cole behind him. Overton tries to help out, but he's just too small, too light, and the sneakers there, and Laver's just overpowers him.
We've been telling you what's at stake, but obviously if Utah Valley wins this basketball game, they will secure a share of the WAC title. It'll be up to the Lopes tomorrow night to become co-champions.
I'd take co-champions rather than no champions. But I'd like to get this win right here. It takes a lot of pressure off the game tomorrow for sure. And yeah, I'm guilty of doing something announcers should never do, is give up on a team too quickly. But when the Lopes were down 13 and really just throwing the ball all over the gym, shooting outside jump shots with nobody on the offensive glass. You didn't even recognize the team.
No,
totally different from the way they had played in December, January, and the first half of February anyway. But they have somehow righted this ship. The seniors have come to play between Laver and Frere have done a great job.
What plays out here? What plays out here, Scott? How do you obviously play out the 41.6?
Yeah, got a lot of time left in this game. No reason for the Lopes to foul. They can get it. Even if Utah Valley chews a good chunk of that 30-second shot clock into the game clock, you still got enough time with over 11 seconds left the other way to come back down and still either shoot a 2 or a 3. So obviously extend the pressure. I don't want to say gamble, but definitely try to get into the passing lanes to get a steal. But do not foul here. You fouled, and you're going to put them on the line. That's the 7th foul. As I was trying to get out before he committed the foul, fouling some 85 feet away from the basket. Coach Trude has decided he's going to extend this game as long as he can and force Utah Valley to make their free throws. I would have liked to see that pressure take place at least till the ball got to over half court. Maybe a tick 2, tick 3, and then commit that foul. You still got a lot of time left to go in this game, but you can get a steal, an errant pass, they throw it away, or 10-second violation. A lot of things can happen before the ball gets over half court.
62.4% free throw percentage for the Wolverines. There's Neal, comes in 68%.
Well, they missed one, so that's a win for the Lopes right there.
Getting claw back in. Laver, long distance, short. Big rebound, pulled down by the Wolverines. Darthur quickly up for Cole. Tried to put it home, but Frere's going to be called. His 5th. He'll take a seat.
Well, I don't know if Laver thought he got some contact on that three-point shot or not, but they did get back in transition. Cole a couple times has challenged those shots and then just continued on down the floor, and Lopes have been burned twice now in the second half, but Cole just sneaking off to the offensive end after those long shots. Get it one more time. See if Laver gets any contact on the elbow there. Very close.
Lopes will huddle up quickly. Laver was looking at that pinky on the right hand after that got entangled there with Cole a while back. I don't know if that impacted the 3 or not. Frere sits down with 5 personal fouls. Cole's at the line. 24.4 seconds. The lead is 4. This might take a little while, folks.
Cole not able to get that front end down, so it stays a 4-point game. I was just trying to look up Cole's free throw percentage. He's a 53% shooter from the line, so we were able to rebound this miss.
They do. Good call. Whoops. Need somebody to step up big. Laver. Oh. Out of bounds, they get a break after some great hustle by Overton.
Just not good spacing on this right side of the floor. There are a lot of guys jammed up there. I mean, 4 guys playing inside of a phone booth. Space the ball out, and the floor out rather, and see if you can't either, first try to take the ball to the basket. If you can't get it to the basket, then you got your outside shot. But with 12 seconds to play, you got enough time to get a 2, foul again, and then come back. If you need to get another 2 to tie or 3 to tie, you got yourself a good opportunity to do that.
Man, it seemed like the call was made here, and the Wolverines
take a look at it. It's right in the lower right-hand corner there. It looks like J.J. Overton was the one trying to go after it last. He's on to touch it there, then he pushes it with the right hand, and then he does not get back to it again. So it seems like a pretty easy call, but I understand wanting to get that right. You got the WAC championship on the line.
Again, these 2 teams go back at it tomorrow night. Coverage begins at 6:30.
I got to hit the gym. Those officials got some guns on them over there. I'm looking at that scorer's table. Look at one more time. Right hand by J.J. Overton. And then nobody in the white jersey comes near it again after the official says it's gone out of bounds. So as soon as they say there's a left hand and a right hand, it should be an easy call for the officials to give that one back to the guys in the white shirts.
Gives both teams an
The other thing they
opportunity to
could be
huddle up.
looking at too, Barry, is how much time is on the clock. So it's not always about who it goes out of bounds on, but when it went out of bounds, what do we need to set the game clock back to? Looks like they put it back to 12.1 seconds.
Sean Miller-Moore to inbound. Blackshear all alone, three-point land. Oh, it rings out. Sean Miller-Moore puts it home.
Yep, now get your defense. If you don't get the steal, okay, call Mark Madsen said, no, I'm going to call a timeout. Make sure my team knows exactly what we're going to do. Smart veteran coaching move over there. This is his second year. And one more time. The sideline of bounds play. Great screen there by Midgard to free up Blackshear. And then everyone gets on the glass, fighting for the ball. How good has Miller-Moore been all night long, getting those extra possessions, playing on one leg out there. Pushes out back up over the defense and knocks it, puts it in. I tell you what, Miller-Moore, he's been a big factor in this basketball game. It's kind of a shame he got hurt. The way he's moving out there, you see it. He could have jumping over an iPhone. He's got no lift. His left leg is completely shot. He's surprised if we even see him tomorrow. That thing's going to stiffen up tonight.
Only 1 minute this second half for Miller-Moore, and he puts in 2 important points.
Now 6.8 seconds left to go. Obviously not a lot of time left, and the Lopes are out of timeouts. So you need every tick on that clock you can. So if you do not get a steal on this impound pass, it is imperative that you foul whoever receives the ball.
They got to get over there. Dimazador does after McMillan hit the hardwood.
Yeah, and unfortunately, a little more time came on that clock than you would have wanted. They lost 1.7 seconds off of that game clock. So with 5 seconds, you can obviously get that ball into the three-point area and get a shot. But with a 2-point disadvantage, you're really counting on one of these free throws to be missed. You prefer it obviously to be the front end of this one-on-one.
Midgard, Laver, Blackshear, Mikey Dixon, and Chance McMillan on the court for the Lopes.
Are you surprised you don't? Amac is not on the line right now to try to get this offensive rebound. Shouldn't miss.
Yep. Now he goes there. He's a little hobbled on that left leg a little bit after he took some contact. He's rubbing it after it happened earlier in this quarter. You can tell he's favoring it.
Well, a chance to ice the game right here.
Blaze Neal. 4-point lead. Lopes will try to get it up. The court quickly enough. Blackshear throws up the three.
Yeah, I think they took a foul. The Utah Valley with a foul to give took a foul just on the other side of half court. Before Blackshear could get into a shooting motion. So smart play there by Utah Valley. And same sort of situation again. They could actually foul one more time before someone shot the ball and still not have to give up free throw opportunities.
Sean Miller-Moore in for McMillan. He'll inbound. Quickly, Dixon step back three. Off the mark. Wolverines are going to go on and win it. 59-55. They have secured at minimum a share of the Western Athletic Conference regular season title. It'll be up to GCU one night from now, tomorrow night, to counter this Wolverines victory so they can secure as co-champions of this conference.
Well, they dug themselves a hole. They tried to fight out of it. Got it all the way down to a one-possession game, just 2 points, but unfortunately didn't have possession of the basketball and found themselves down 4 the final ticking away there, unfortunately, and the Lopes weren't able to come back and win it. They'll learn from this basketball game tonight, though. Got out of character for about 30 minutes of this game.
The Wolverine player is actually being carted off, or carried off, rather.
Yeah, it was no contact play down here on the basket where he tried to challenge Mikey Dixon's shot.
Darthur.
Yeah, that's who it was, and was really holding his lower leg. Something, either the knee or the ankle, was really bothering him after the play.
All right, we will be back in just a moment to wrap things up. Certainly sets up a very interesting season finale tomorrow night. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I would say to anybody considering maybe skipping graduation to spend a long time thinking about participating. I think it's a great opportunity to really take advantage of a moment that you only get once in your life. It's an opportunity to really experience something that highlights all the hard work that you've put in.
Not very many people get to experience that in their life. It's such an honor and a privilege to be able to do that, and I think the memories that come out of that are just incredible.
Herff Jones, by your side.
How does a chicken sandwich become a Whataburger spicy chicken sandwich? Is it by slathering it in a fiery sauce or adding some crazy hot toppings? Nah. If the chicken in the chicken sandwich wants to be spicy, it has to come from the inside. By marinating it in spices, frying it up, then cooling it off with fresh veggies, all on a new brioche bun. Good thing flavor can come from within. Good thing there's the new limited time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
Welcome back to GCU Arena, where the Lopes fall to the Wolverines 59-55. And Utah Valley came to play in this opponent's arena tonight. Barry Buttel, Scott Williams, so glad you could join us here for GCU basketball against Utah Valley. And man, Mark Madsen has a team that seems to be peaking at the right time. I would imagine Wolverines fans are elated with what they saw tonight, especially because all the hype was around AMAC and Midgard, but man, it was Woodbury. It was Cole.
Yeah, they did a good job. 36 points between the two of those guys, and Cole had 20 tonight. He was fantastic, mixing up the outside game with the outside three-point shots, then going inside, really attacking the heart of the Lopes defense. I was really impressed with the way that young man played, and then AMAC again, 14 boards tonight, just doing what he does on that glass. Too many second and even third opportunities after the Lopes had played good initial defense, couldn't secure their own defensive glass.
Just out-hustled. I mean, getting to the ball and
they got outworked.
Yeah, outworked.
And that's kind of something we're not used to seeing out of a Bryce Drew coached basketball team. And offensively, obviously the senior ceremony threw them off in the first half, but they don't have an excuse for the first 10 minutes of the second half. But it was then Frere and Laver that got hot, and like I say, gave them a chance to steal this one.
Let's tell you a little bit about our player of the game, brought to you by Copper State Credit Union. As it was senior night, and we have to go with Alessandro Laver from GCU.
Yeah, this is the guy that knocked down a couple three-point shots when they found themselves down by 13, but he did it a variety of different ways in the first half. He had a three-point shot in the first half. He got that spinning hook after he got the defense moving one direction. His footwork has just improved so much over the course of his 4 years. In a Lopes uniform, second all-time leading Lopes scorer in D1 era history. And I love this one. Lopes really needed a bucket. They ran that little scrum on the weak side. He comes off of staggered screens, strong left-hand shoulder to a right-hand hook. I'm going to really miss calling the action for Ollie Laver.
16 points, 6 rebounds for the senior who banged that pinky as well. It was a pretty physical game all the way around. Sean Miller-Moore gets banged up, and Darthur is carried off the court at the end of the game. We'll see how these teams respond tomorrow night. But how about Oscar Freya? That second half, he ended up fouling out in the game. First half, not so pretty, but second half, he definitely responded.
Real loose with the basketball, like all the Lopes were in the first half, but you talked about it. I mean, like Laver, those guys did not want to lose on senior night, and he found his rhythm offensively. He knocked down an outside shot, he blocked shots, he got steals, he got deflections, all the hustle plays to bring the team back. When they found themselves down by 13, it clawed that thing down to a 2-point disadvantage, and you just thought they just needed one more stop. But I think the time ran out on them more so than the fact that they couldn't get the stop.
It was a little surprising. It was a 5-point game, despite all the problems that the Wolverines created in the game. but they hold on for the victory. Let's revisit our Sanderson Ford 3 keys tonight.
Yeah, we talked about the clash of the Titans being the big matchup, but it was the other guys. You know, some of the offensive rebounding as well. 45-32 disadvantage for the Lopes. They never really got their transition game going the way they would have liked to. Turned the basketball over too much. Really got the offense kind of off to a funky start, so they never really got going. And then the seniors. Talked about the seniors having to step up, but doing all the things to win a basketball game, the energy hustle plays. They didn't do the hustle plays tonight. I think they got outworked in a big number of those hustle stats, and you got to give Madsen and his crew a lot of credit for coming in here with the energy and pulling out the victory.
Well, we'll see how the Lopes respond tomorrow night, but that'll do it. From here at GCU Arena tonight, the Lopes lose to Utah Valley 59-55. As I mentioned, please join us again tomorrow night starting at 6:30 for the regular season finale. But until then, for Kate Longworth, Scott Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Barry Butel. Wishing you a wonderful evening.
Timeout called by the Lopes.